Seven-sided dice, Carpathian adventure. I am Bayuk Osman Ghazi. Travel back 700 years to a fantasy Earth. The world is a gritty, dangerous place. The papacy is challenged by an anti-pope. The papal disbanded Templars recede into memory, and the Teutonic Order seems to be consuming magic, secularizing and growing in power. Two emperors battle within the Holy Roman Empire, and Hungary is at its height, but is being torn apart by a civil war. As they all fight amongst themselves, I expand rapidly and consume everything. The adventurers that call themselves the Champions of the Sun discovered that I am a vampire. Now they are trying to create a powerful weapon to destroy me. They will never succeed. While many have walked with these self-proclaimed champions, these are the present adventurers.
Only a city as grand, beautiful and powerful as Genoa could bear a man of my talent. Me? I am Naldo Renzi, treasure hunter, adventurer, master swordsman, and lover. In my journeys, I have learned of the adventures of the Champions of the Sun. They are just who I am looking for to assist me in the retrieval of the rare artifacts I seek, and heaven knows they could use my help in whatever they are up to.
I am Baldur, a Norseman, a soldier, and an eldritch knight. I left my home to leave politics behind, only to be dogged by it across Europe. I first met the Champions of the Sun outside a small town in Hungary. Together, we battled Ottoman raiders and vampires. The Champions gave me purpose again, and where it takes me, I know not, but I know I want to be a part of it.
I am Kip Kaelin, Ranger of the North, and I am lost. Hailing all the way from Garin in Scotland, I have faced great tragedy, losing all those dear to me. I am haunted by that fateful night, and what was taken from me. I face defeat at every turn, attempting to enact revenge on those that did this to us. And when all my strength, resources, and allies, save for my trusted wolf Lycoa, was depleted, I stumbled upon the Champions of the Sun at the Battle of Sagut. I decided to ally myself with these seemingly capable and worthy adventurers to aid me in putting the lost to rest. It is what she would want, or so she seems to indicate.
I am Edric, and I am from England. I spent most of my youth in the Navy. Climbing the ranks, I was granted land and title. However, I did not fit in. A heretic to most, I fled, leaving my wife and children behind. In the city on mines, I met a group that changed my life forever, the Champions of the Sun. In time, perhaps they might help me reunite with my family.
I am Kroof. Abandoned by my mother, I was raised by wood elves. Shunned by other elves, I left the village. As I did, I can hear the voice of a mage I once met.
In filth and bowels of the earth, where gold is aplenty, you will find those that can reunite you with your family.
Discovering this party in the filthy sewers under Paris begs the question, are these the ones?
In these dark times, the dead rise and strike fear and feed on the living. I am Baron Andre Franz Hellwing II. I am dedicated to unlocking the forbidden secrets of my family. Through science and God, I strive to make the dead stay dead. Many fear what they do not understand. The raw materials of the flesh.
I am Matthias, of the House of Bathory, Knight Baron of Carpathia. With my traveling companion, Ambria, I was dragged into a whirlwind path by a rogue monk. But those I have met since then have earned my respect. And, more importantly, my trust.
If you meet one who claims to be a champion of the sun, tell me their whereabouts. Better yet, kill them on sight. I will reward you handsomely. Welcome to 7SD Carpathian
Welcome, I'm Tom. Thank you for joining us. We're a group of gamers who get together in real life to play Dungeons and Dragons. Some of us are military, others are in construction, still others are retail managers, a few are in IT, we're parents, students, etc. So we do this strictly for fun. We hope you enjoy it nonetheless. There were quite a few thank yous in our open, except one, you. We'd like to thank you, our Twitch, Facebook, Kick, Twitter X followers, and our YouTube subscribers. Thank you for joining us. If not already, please follow on Twitch and Kick. Please like on YouTube and Facebook, and please subscribe on YouTube. If during the stream you follow on Twitch, or if you subscribe on YouTube, your username will pop up on the screen. To all of our subscribers, thank you. Let's jump right in and welcome back, Champions of the Sun. I wish you good times, great rolls, and happy adventuring. Of course, the question is, what? I know it was a long time ago, so forgive me. What happened last session? It was a month ago.
We worked our way into the remember what we called that building?
It was a chateau.
The chateau, that's right.
Yeah.
That's the right word. So, and then we
fought.
determined that there was vampires within the chateau, and we killed some vampires.
We did.
We slayed them all.
Yeah.
And then turns out the chateau was an illusion, right? So once we broke the illusion by killing or by defeating, what was his name?
Matthew de Clermont.
Matthew de Clermont. As soon as
Very
we
good.
defeated him, the illusion dropped, and we found ourselves in a graveyard. And within that graveyard, we found the tomb of Matthew de Clermont, and we and Balder drove a stake through his heart, and we killed him.
Yes, we did.
Our first vampire.
After we fought zombies and all that other stuff.
We fought
You,
bats.
you guys fought that.
Zombies
Yeah.
and bats.
He didn't.
Right.
And there was a little bit of tension
I
between
freed you from that, and you
between
came back.
Yeah, I know.
Kip and the Baron, and the Baron insisted on pressing forward, whereas Kip felt as though we had struggled enough that our time was better spent elsewhere.
Correct.
But we continued to battle forward, and we successfully defeated our first vampire, at least as a collective group, as we stand now. I don't know if the champions have defeated a vampire at like a later time, or earlier. I mean,
We have not.
But this is our first vampire slaying,
But be
That's
sure
what I
to tell Argrad about that.
and I shall now be known as Baron the Vampire Slayer. You can call me Buffy. I won't mind.
Nicknamed Buffy.
I'm not gonna get a suit.
Baron Buffy.
And if you do, I hope you get us some cash.
I'm pretty sure that to be called Baron the Vampire Slayer, Baron would have to be your first name.
Yeah, Baron the Vampire Slayer. Yeah.
This whole time it's been his first name. He's not actually the Baron of anything.
Yeah. Yep. So that's what I
Okay.
got.
It's actually Baron.
Baron.
Baron?
Name's
Yeah,
Baron.
Baron. I'm from Louisiana.
You just
Baron.
ruined his secret.
Oh,
Oh, damn it. Now I gotta think of something.
Okay. Well, on that note, as we talked about, while in a tavern, in character, share one secret or little known fact, or until now, one unrevealed aspect regarding your character, yourself, to your fellow party members. Start with you, Ryan.
All right.
Boulder.
Boulder. I mean, if we're gonna get all sentimental, I guess. I actually never left Norway on my own. I know I told you guys that me and my fellow officers had a disagreement, and unfortunately, they saw their side, and I was excommunicated from my home, forced to leave. And so that is the whole reason I've traveled down here, and why I still write letters back to home, even though I know that they're not going to get them to them, and they're not going to read them.
And Kip.
I'd never shared it, but when my town was ravaged and I came back home and I saw Cyan lying there, my village was wiped out. Everybody I knew and loved was gone, but a friend of mine survived. His name is Alric, and he reminds me of the mercenary elf that we faced that Naldo took down when we were fighting Ghazi, and he ventured out with me to seek revenge on this fiend that took Cyan. And a few years after we left out, we wound up actually tracing and finding with this demon, and he went down this dark crevice, and we were looking over the crevice to see how we could scale it down, and like that, this speared tail of this demon came out and skewered Alric and just took him down into the depths, and there's nary anything I could do. And I fled then too. And I do fear that sometimes I gain companionship, and I put the troubles that burden me on others that really don't know what they're getting themselves into. So, Alric was someone else that I lost that day, or due to this fiend, and the elf that we slew. He reminded me of him. That was hard to see, that I couldn't turn him over to our side.
Well, Derek, there's a name from the past. Yes.
Had to dig that one up.
I'm sorry?
Had to dig that one up.
Kroof.
So, as I mentioned to you all before, I was abandoned by my mother, and not sure why, very young, and I was raised by elves in the forest. And my whole goal in life, and the reason why I am so hungry for gold, is I want to have a lot of gold. So when I do find my mother, I can put it in her face that she abandoned me, and now I'm just so wealthy now, and for her to regret it.
You should have said something before. We could do this now.
We need to find her. That's the only reason I'm with you guys, is because of the prophecy I was told that I might find some people in smelly places that could maybe help me find my mother.
Well, you know what? When we find her, we're gonna rub it in her face.
Thank you.
And then we're gonna take her eyes and turn it into water gold.
And then we shall kill her and bring her back from the dead.
I don't know about that. Just wanted to feel.
This way you can.
I just want to be very jealous.
This way you can rub the victory in her face for an eternity.
As I carry her.
But she won't see it because her eyes are gonna be turned into gold.
As I carry her head around with me in the
I can
sack.
work around that. I can make her eyes very functional.
Reiner, who are we hanging out with?
I mean, you were excommunicated.
That seems
well,
normal now.
We're hanging out with a group of reprobates, is what we're doing.
I'm just a lowly peasant boy. What does reprobates mean?
Sorry. You're asking the wrong guy.
You're asking me to explain the sky to a bird.
Okay.
Does
fair
the
enough.
bird really know what the sky is? Does the bird ever really look up? Birds tend to not look to the sky. They may travel through it, but they do not look up. When have you ever seen a bird look to the sky?
I think that's the point he was making.
When have you ever seen any animal look to the sky?
Thank you, crew.
I'll look, I guess, now. I'll take note of that.
I'm sorry. I love this thing.
I found this. I started with this last
I'm
session.
sorry for laughing.
I felt bad throwing them at people. I felt like
Which one of you complained that you didn't like him throwing things at you?
Tom was the one with the eye patch last time, all right? So
yeah, this is true.
I'm sorry.
Maybe we should.
maybe we should have thrown them back. We're all gonna show up with one next week.
Tom, I'm sorry if I'm ruining the stream. This is too
So good.
We're all gonna have one in 2 weeks to give it back.
Oh, when I pass you notes, can I use it?
Brian, the Baron.
Well, speaking of reanimating corpses, when I was a young man, I went to medical school and I left my family home. And I got very absorbed in my work. I did not return home for very long periods of time and eventually lost touch with my family until I had the news of my sweet Elizabeth's medical conditions. When I returned home, the vampirism took her from me. Around the same time, my father had passed away as well, and he left me the lands, which made me the Baron. But I had forsaken this title, and I fled from my home, and I have never returned since. The name the Baron, to me, is a reminder of what I had fled from, my responsibilities, and I will never turn back on my responsibilities again. And the name reminds me of this.
Honestly, I'm just relieved to know you've gone to medical school.
I was shocked that he said young man.
When he was a baby baron.
I mean, we're talking like.
I mean, I feel better knowing he's cutting all these people up when he knows what he's doing.
Matthias, Reiner.
I pee in my armor.
It's warm. That's not a secret.
Well,
It makes me feel like I'm swimming.
I've been trying to think of something. And the one thing that came to mind is something not really deep set, but something that has come up to me a couple times. You see, there was a time when I was not so sure of my faith. I was disheartened, one might say. That changed, of course. I will not get into the exact ways that Tengri made his will known, but that's beside the point. But the reason I felt so conflicted was simply because others had such clear and obvious signs of their piety's results. And I suppose the one most recognizable for that would be Jomnus. And for a while I almost resented that connection, that certainty. But now I wonder if he having never been so challenged, so uncertain, took his faith to a point where others could not follow. If he let it become too controlling of his own course. But then that is simply a matter of my own understanding of the world. After all, Tengri is not quite so demanding as some other gods.
Matthias, have you ever met Tengri?
No, but I have met a representative of him.
Aye, so, if I recall, Jomnus claimed that he met Saren Ray. So when one meets their god, it is not faith then that they rely on. It is a following, or a calling, or an answer. But you rely solely on faith, and that is to be commended. That is not an easy task. That's could be why you're challenged.
Why I was what?
Why you were challenged in your faith. Faith is something that is meant to be questioned. I too question it often, but you've always seemed so steadfast. This is indeed a secret that I wouldn't have seen, and I thank you for sharing. But I think your questioning of your own faith is a part of what makes faith so strong.
Perhaps.
It is the struggle that makes you harder. It is the struggle that binds you to your God. It should not be easy.
It is easy to question it, but it is even harder to continue to follow it.
To be a God, to have that much desire to meet a God, that much anticipation of what they may bring you. Sometimes when you do meet someone or something of that stature, it is often not what you need it to be.
That is fair.
So perhaps it is better this way. I have not
Indeed,
met
I have
my
only met a spirit. But that is enough for me.
you for sharing.
All right.
Perhaps that's where Jonas may have gone wrong. I have not met him, but meeting your god, that is a lot of pressure.
Well, it is.
It is one thing. I speak to my god. Every day I pray to God.
But his god saved his life, so it's also, what kind of choice did he really have?
Perhaps.
I had not thought of it that way.
Well, that is enough of this touchy-feely crap. I have seen enough to know we are on a course. The gods are with us, and I want to toast to the champions of the sun.
Huzzah!
I'll raise a glass to that.
I thought for certain that Matthias was going to say that Borinth was his best friend and that he misses him very much. I thought that would be his secret.
But he is your knight, though.
Oh, no.
He is not Borin's.
Oh, this is true. But I was a little bit jealous.
No, they hated each other.
Only at the beginning.
I still think he pees in the
You-
auto, though.
Borinth can wear
a
you
friend
down.
By the end.
Excellent stuff, Reiner. Matthias, take an inspiration point onto your list that you have there with you. Let me paint a picture of what's going on. You guys were on top of a slight rise where the mansion once stood. It quickly dissolved. You fought some zombies as they came out of the ground and eventually found the grave of Matthew de Clermont. Balder, you destroyed him, of course. But throughout the fight, all of you that were present were pretty beat up.
Oh, yeah.
Some of you were bitten multiple times. Naldo, who's not here, was bitten many times by the bats that accompanied Matthew de Clermont. You're feeling a little bit, not drowsy, but some of the venom from the bats racing through your system, Kip, and I think Balder. It is night. The moon is still quite bright in the sky, but starting to set. The stars are twinkling. Down below you is the town of Tours in France. You start to stumble down toward the town after a long night in the chateau, or at least the illusion of a chateau. Along the ground, you discover Kroof laying there. Kroof, it appears as though you had been struggling to join the party and come up alongside the hill when you must have tripped and banged your head or something like that because you
You're so excited to see us.
you groggily come to and you look up and you see four of what should be 6 party members coming down the hill, but only 4 are coming down the hill toward you.
I'm carrying Naldo.
And
He's out from the poison. I'm just carrying him.
You come to, you are awake, you see them coming down the hill, generally toward the town of Tours. What are you guys doing?
Let's head towards the tavern, right?
I
need to lay down.
stand up and I go, you guys look like death. What
We must go. We must get them some help.
Where have you been?
They are not well.
Don't ask.
They are not well.
We just killed a vampire. I mean, that's exciting.
Who's poisoned? You are? Naldo
So
is?
Naldo's
You
like
are?
really.
I'm not. Is Maddie poisoned? Mattis, do you remember if you were diseased?
I do not believe I was.
Okay.
So as we're walking back, I go, was this Ghazi?
No, this is a
This was Matthew de Clermont.
low-level vampire.
He was the local vampire that was terrorizing this town. They have been poisoned by bat venom. You must suck out the bat venom.
I guess they're gonna
from
die.
their injuries. No, we
I-
must get them back to the tavern. We must get them some help.
As we're walking, I would go, you guys just got almost destroyed. You look like death by some vampire. And you think you're gonna beat Ghazi?
That's what I've been saying.
You guys, you got 2 down. I think he's the only one who's like not about to die.
We just defeated a vampire lord.
We will beat Ghazi. Don't worry about it.
You're,
Don't even worry about that.
I don't know.
It
It is our destiny.
You have, I don't
I
need
have
to
no
be the
question.
cynic.
I have no question. It is our destiny.
I don't
We
mean to be the
will-
cynic here, but you have a lot more faith than I do.
Maybe that's what it takes.
I don't know. Should have wiped the floor with this guy if you're planning to beat Ghazi.
We did.
I see
Twice.
I see 2 dead or almost dead. Is he alive or dead?
He's fine. He'll be fine.
I mean, I wiped the floor mostly with my body.
All that
I might have
matters
even wiped the
Kip
ceiling
Caitlin had that
and the
rough go.
walls.
in battle, all that matters, he is gone and we live.
We were successful. This is our first vampire kill. We shall kill more. We shall kill all of them.
We are experts.
We shall
here.
continue.
I know I'm new to the group, but how long have you all been adventuring together?
I don't know the answer to that.
And this
Years.
is the
I
first
don't know.
vampire you've ever met and killed?
Well, the other one we met was, besides Ghazi, was friendly. He
So you've been
didn't give us a
traveling
reason to kill him.
for.
I mean, in fairness, we have killed a lot worse than what the vampire was that we
Oh,
just killed.
okay.
Why is this even a question? We've killed dragons. Why are we even questioning
This
vampires?
is true. This is very true.
Can we just get to town?
We must get help for our friends.
Please,
Let's
let me get.
I
to
need a
tavern.
drink.
Let me go help since I am in
I've got
better
some
shape.
poison
I will
you can suck
get, get everybody, whatever I can help.
Let's get
I'll
to the
get food and
tavern.
drink.
Let's start to try to come up with some sort of remedy that we can help our friends here.
I might have something.
Okay.
Sucking out is not an option.
I shall pray. I shall pray on it. But let's get them back. So,
Away we head.
You stumble into town and you recall amidst the cobbled streets, there's a facade intricately adorned with carved wooden panels depicting scenes of owls above serpents. Hanging from the entrance is a weathered and chipped wooden sign painted with a majestic white owl, its eyes watching wayward. A lantern on either side flickers softly, casting a warm glow onto the bustling streets. You have been here before. This is La Chouette Blanche, or the White Owl. Entering the Chouette Blanche. Entering, you're greeted embrace of a crackling fireplace still going, being used as both for warmth and for cooking. The interior is adorned with tattered tapestries depicting owls and serpents. The scent of hearty stew still brews. I mean, it seems like there's one meal a day and it's kept warm in the pot and served continuously.
Well, it sounds delicious.
Rustic wooden tables and chairs are scattered throughout. It is very, very quiet here, though, at this point. You enter inside. You don't see anyone immediately at the moment. A few seconds later, Lycoa comes leaping up to you and running over to, very excited to see you, Kip.
Yeah, weekly scratch behind the ears.
As we enter, I ask, "Oh, whatever happened to that waitress?
Oh, she's
That
here.
Barmaid.
She's here.
She's here?
She's here.
Because she went to the
Lycoa
chateau.
brought her back.
Like she went to the chateau.
Yeah, Lycoa brought her back.
Oh, good.
the curse over her, the power over that has been held over her, should now be removed. The curse should be removed, and she shall fully recover from her ordeal.
I
But
think we should find her and make sure.
we must first investigate the wounds that you have from these bats. We must attempt.
So to be preferred.
I have just the thing for that. I'll just reach over the bar and start pouring people drinks.
I'm gonna go up to one
This'll
of the tables.
fix
I'm
that.
gonna clear one of the tables off. I'm gonna say, "Kip, come up.
I'm gonna put one of those papers.
Where have you been?
You're first.
Where have you been, Bits? And bring forth some alcohol."
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I've got a bite
He's a
mark
doctor.
here on my shoulder. and one on my arm.
I'm gonna start going through my pouches of equipment and stuff. Take out a knife, a scalpel.
A knife.
And I'm gonna lay it out and I'm gonna hold it and try to see what's going on with the bite. See if I can identify any way that I can treat it or something along those lines.
You look at the bite marks. There's multiple bite marks in various places on his body, and they look like
need a knife.
they look like puncture wounds into his body. And using your medical skill as the Baron, you know that you could probably bind these and maybe roll a insight check, please.
So 13.
A 13. Not that great of a roll, but not terrible. You look down and you're like, well,
Can I help him with one of my concoctions? I'll give him a couple potions.
Absolutely. But you look down and you say, maybe if I slice along the long axis of the muscles and suck out the poison, that might help.
Okay, so I will ask for some glasses.
There are no glasses. There's
no
mugs, wooden mugs.
Wooden mugs.
Yeah, nobody knows how to.
Well, I have some of my vials.
Sure,
and stuff, right?
Of course you do.
So I'm going to take one of my vials. I'm going to put it over the bite, but I'm going to get a candle. I'm going to heat the glass up as hot as I can get it.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm going to get it hot, and I'm going to put it over the wound to try to.
Whoa! What are you doing?
The
Before
heat.
you do this, maybe you should do it on Naldo. Let's see what you're doing on Naldo. Is this thing killing me? Like, can I tell if this is killing me or not?
It's just a hot glass.
Do I really want to go through this procedure, or will it just fade over time?
He's a
It
doctor.
is cupping.
Roll an
I will-
insight check.
I will use the heat
He's
to
a
draw
doctor.
out the venom with the
He
heat
just
into
told
the
us he
glass.
went to school for this. He'll be fine.
A 9.
A 9. You're like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
Father,
this-
give him some alcohol. Give him.
And I will give you. I'll give you a potion that I've created. This will help. This will help.
Okay. I do trust you, even though I know I shouldn't. I'll drink that down. I don't know what it was, but I'll drink it down.
You get 2d8 plus 4. HP.
Oh, yeah?
It heals wounds more quickly.
This place, we're in France. They do not have wine glasses.
2D8.
How is this possible? What do they drink wine from?
Mugs. Wooden mugs.
That is
14,
so
18.
uncivilized. A wooden mug to drink your
have-
wine in France.
Wait, when was the last time you drank from a glass?
I do every night. I take my vials and I drink. So yeah, I'm gonna try to draw
That made me
venom.
feel a little bit better,
Just
and
pulls
while
out
I'm
his
doing
arm.
that.
And yeah, while I'm gonna try to see if that starts to draw any of the venom out. If I keep the glass heated with candle, like a candle, just to.
So you heat the glass up with a candle, and it starts to get a little bit of that black tinge around it, and you can feel the glass, the heat radiating through the glass
Yeah, I'm
onto
gonna
your
bite on
skin.
some leather.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Like Koa's head is in your lap.
Yeah.
Give him some leather to bite on, too.
And trying to avoid having to make an incision in order to draw the venom out.
And at the same time, Kip is chugging a vial of something, and the wounds start to close out over underneath the vial as he's chugging it, and they close over in the various areas, and you almost feel like there's just something rushing through your system. At this point, it's not overwhelming by any stretch of the imagination, and less so for yourself. You just feel kind of a malaise, if you will. But you did feel slightly healthier from the potion. I mean, obviously, some constitution restored, and okay, what are you doing?
I'm gonna continue to try to.
You
help
keep
him.
burning him. I mean, keep trying to.
I'm gonna paint a.
Where is Edric? I feel like
I'm
he's a
gonna
little
take-
better at this.
I'm gonna take some ash and I'm gonna put a cross on him, on his forehead, and I'm gonna begin to pray.
Okay.
Lord, I need your help to protect my friends. It is at such needful time. We cannot have them diseased in such a way I was unable to protect them. But I need your protection now, and you can restore them to their health. And I will use my divine intervention
Okay.
to attempt to cure them from this horrible disease to all of my friends here. This is a long shot, guys. I'm trying. Here we go. It's like an impossible roll. But...
Go for it. Perfect.
Holy shit. Sorry. I will pay for that. That's a 10, right?
Wait, let me get the dust off the swear jar.
Yeah, that's a 10. That's a 0. That's a 10. It's a 10. D10. So you got a 20.
Yeah, that's a 0 over there?
It's a 0 and
Yeah.
a 10.
Yeah, it's a 10.
Kip, you don't know where.
I'm gonna start going to church. Jeez.
You don't know where, but
That's a 1. That would be a 1.
10.
No, that's a 10. It's a D100.
It's a it's a D10.
No, that's a D100.
Technically, he rolled a 10. He didn't
Okay.
roll a 100. He rolled a 10.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know. You tell me what it is, guys.
It's 100. Roll with it.
Isn't it 20?
Let it fly.
Is it
No,
100 or a
I need a
10?
10 is what I need.
Oh, but then it's a 20.
No, it's a 10.
10 and a 10, no?
No, it's a percentile
No,
die.
when you roll
Yeah.
a 10, the 0 counts as a 0, and then
Right.
it's just 10.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He rolled a 10.
Okay. Okay. I'll go with it. You rolled.
2 zeros is 100.
Right.
The
That's
double
what
O
I
and-
thought.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Kip, you have a sense of just kind of coming over you, a sense of relief, almost like your body very, 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 very quickly sweated something out, and you just have that very comfortable sensation, as do you, Balder, that very comfortable sensation immediately after recovering from being sick. That kind of clammy, as if you slept the night and sweated it out of your body, and that next day you feel that slightly better. You feel better, but you just feel kind of clammy, as if whatever was in your system kind of evacuated from your system. As did you, Balder, as did Naldo. Incredible roll there, dude.
So
Incredible
this is
roll.
serious. So like this took the Baron like all night just praying, totally exhausted right now. Just...
Told you he was a doctor. I don't know what he did. It feels great.
I knew just by healing Kip, it would heal everyone else.
Oh no, he's got the burn marks in his arm too.
Oh, yeah. Well, you fell asleep for a little while. Like,
Fix me up.
Yeah.
I see that they're getting better. I'm going to start bringing food to them.
You go up to the cauldron and dip a ladle into it, and there's some wooden bowls near the side, and you start ladling into it. And you recognize a woman from the last time before you left the tavern.
We saved her life.
Mordu.
And she comes up to you. Kroof. Yes, Kroof?
How do you feel?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Why? Thank you for asking. Not many people ask me how I feel.
As she's talking, I kind of try to lean over to see that she's on bite marks.
Yes, she does.
Get the glass.
I just.
It worked.
I just have an odd feeling. A very odd feeling, Kroof. I don't.
Odd in what respect?
She looks. She looks at the pot of stew that you're ladling out. And she goes, maybe that's it. It's just like a hunger. I can't really explain it.
Hunger for?
Blood.
Let the man finish.
hunger for, I don't know, perhaps just food. And I don't really want to be alone. Would you
She
mind?
looks like that. She's not going to be alone.
I'm sorry? I didn't hear you.
No, I said I will. If she does that, I'm going to give her the bowl of food.
Oh, thank you.
I said, please eat. You look tired.
I am tired.
Please come sit with us.
I have things to do, and
It's okay. You can wait.
no, I really can't. But thank
and then
you.
What is she? Is she carrying something?
Yeah, she has a platter.
Okay, so
With
I
some
will
drinks.
say, here, give me that. Have this. Who does this go to?
Well, it was coming to your table, but
I'll bring it over. Eat.
thank you. I'm probably not going to be up too much longer.
What do you mean
And-
by up?
Like awake. I'm just so tired.
Okay.
I don't really want to be alone, either. Would you?
Just picking up on this right now? Are you just picking up what he's throwing down right now?
Do we tell Groove?
So, I say, why don't you eat, and then I can accompany you and see and make sure you're comfortable in your bed.
That'd be wonderful. I mean, just sleep. Nothing.
That's fine.
Just. Yes, I don't want to be alone when I sleep.
That's fine.
If you
So
stay
I
with
give
me.
her the food, and I'll bring the drinks over to them. And I will ask.
Thank you.
Who's ever got when I bring over? Who's ever got the wooden stake? If I can borrow it.
And she steps into the back room. Okay.
And I will. See,
Yeah, that's a good question. What
We
do we
have
do?
many.
I
What do
have
we do
to.
with her?
Do we have a? Do you have a stake?
We must
Who's
first.
got
As,
the wooden
as
stake?
the expert, do you
Baron.
think that she is?
Baron, she's saying that she's very tired and hungry, but she says she's not hungry. She's not sure what she's hungry for. Do you think she might have been?
It is possible that
Become
she
a
has
vampire?
already been transformed.
Or could it just be that she's experiencing a loss
She
because
could
her
be
master?
have
No.
So what
experienced trauma.
She asked
She is
me
a
to s-
vampire.
She's
Let's be
asking.
clear.
There's ways
Let's
to
be
find
clear.
this out.
So how
She
do
is
we
a
find
vampire.
out?
Kip puts his finger on your lip.
What we shall do is, you should go to her,
I will.
and I will take this gold cross,
Okay.
and take this cross, and you give it to her. See if she will take it. Tell her that it will soothe her, that it will allow her to recover from her trauma.
If she takes it, then we're okay.
If she takes it and is not harmed by it, if she does not flee from it, then she should be okay.
And if she doesn't take it,
If she refuses it, then you must drive the stake through her
Whoa,
and
whoa, whoa, I
kill
mean-
her.
Yeah.
What? Dig through the bag, my pack, and
I'll borrow a chair
I'll
leg.
pull out a little thing of holy water. So you could also just sprinkle this on her, and maybe she just doesn't like crosses, right? And then I will pull out a little.
It's not just.
know.
I know. I don't need. I don't
I'll,
believe.
guys,
it is-
I'll
it
pull
is
out a little
fear.
mirror, and I'll be like,
I have a
see
mirror.
okay,
I have a
okay,
mirror.
I'll put that
Guys,
back in.
guys.
Yeah, you can check that
We
way
know,
as well.
we know she's a vampire. Let's be
it's-
clear.
let-
There's
let
no
us-
testing.
Just before
We know
we
what
should be
happened.
sure.
Were you in
Okay,
the same
okay.
house I was in?
So,
I was,
Okay.
but-
Okay. I'm gonna go with her. I will do what you guys are telling me.
It is.
If you hear me whistle,
there is
please
more.
come running in.
I'll
There-
sound like Koa with.
There is more to this.
Yes.
It is best for you to slay a vampire in their resting place. So if she does go to bed, it is best then to slay her at that spot. So, what you would want to do is when she goes to sleep, you will want to place the cross on top of her, and it should keep her into that spot, into that location, and you
Okay.
can slay her. But you must find out for certain. You
For
must-
certain.
For certain, yes. Yes, Kip.
Yes.
Kirk, are you up for this?
Yeah, I think so. But if I start yelling, please come run.
I'll just borrow like a chair leg from what I'm sitting on, sharpen it.
Wait,
and
where's
give it
our?
to him.
Where's our?
I have
Where's
a
the?
stake.
Don't we have?
I have
Don't we
one.
have? What did you kill the vampire with?
A wooden
Like,
stake.
it's just,
hammer.
we have lots of wooden
Oh.
stakes, so he used the
Yeah.
back end. But we have
Oh.
wooden stakes. I'll give you a wooden
I
stake.
have-
Okay, so I take
But you
with
can't
me.
have my hammer.
That's
Too
actually
heavy.
fine. I have like 9 stakes on me.
I mean, I think it's really, it doesn't even have to be a wooden stake. I think she needs to be driven
It's-
really hard.
yeah.
Like you hit with the arrow, like I think it's
Okay.
Oh yeah, sure. I just
Okay,
I have the monster pack, so
I will.
it's like I have
so
mine
I
still.
put
Oh,
the
yeah. Oh, okay.
the drinks on the table and the food. Okay, I will let you know, and I will come to her. I don't know if she's still eating.
Maybe there should be a safe word. What if you are having a
I
very
have,
good time?
I could pull out manacles. I have manacles. Like
I mean, yelling. It might.
Hey, I mean, she has the eye for Kroof. I mean, she didn't talk to any of us.
Did not ask me.
we saved her life.
I mean, we saved her life, and
Yes,
she
he-
didn't
he
speak to
slept
us
through the entire
at
thing.
all.
I mean, I
Crucial
could pull out
hands.
manacles and say, hey, you can use this to test or just use
What's pull out of what?
manacles, like handcuffs.
Oh,
It is within reason that she has come out of a trance, and she has been neglected actual food and actual companionship.
Could
be
and actual-
legitimately
she
hungry.
did
We
not.
will
She
wait
said she
outside.
wants regular food.
She
We
may have
will
been
wait
too
outside.
proud.
Okay, I will go to her. Where is she right now?
She's in the kitchen right now.
I will come and say, let me know
Is
when
there
you're
a
ready.
safe word? Will you
to-
come up with
to-
a safe word? What is the safe word?
Marshmallow.
How about-
Marshmallow.
How about you're a
I do
vampire?
not know what a marshmallow is. But that is the safe
She's a
word.
vampire. She's a vampire.
Then we go in.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be banana.
Banana.
So
like it.
I say to her, whenever you're ready, when you finish eating, if you'd like to take a nap, I will gladly keep watch.
That's what the young ones are calling it these days.
Netflix and
Because I have a lot of
Map and
riz.
shield. Clearly, I mean, jeez.
So
Netflix and steak.
she can carry a lot of beer steins. She may be stronger than you too, so just be careful. She may be able to overpower you.
I have good dexterity. I'm fast.
Everyone has fought through the night, the two of you have fought off some diseases, successfully fought off some diseases. You just, that kind of dehydrated at the same time, sweated out feeling after you recover from a sickness. The rest of you who who did not experience the disease, Mattias, the Baron, crew. Still, it's been a long night. You've basically been up nonstop since the
I've been napping.
previous day. You're exhausted at this point, and you're going to try and stay up, correct? Longer?
I've been napping. Don't forget.
Oh, okay.
Remember,
Yeah, I think you were out.
Yes.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm
probably-
imagining it for such an
the girls.
ordeal that the Baron
Ordeal.
stays up quite
Yeah.
some time praying, right? I mean, this was a big deal.
I'm gonna do my best to stay up, and I will be outside the door, making sure everything's okay with Kroof. Everything goes well. Ready to jump in if I hear anything bad.
Like banana. Ready to jump in.
The safety word. If I hear banana, that's it. I'm all in. We're gonna kill this vampire.
I'm not subtle.
I'll send like Koa in
She's a
with Kroof.
vampire.
Yeah.
She should feel
He
comfortable with like
forgets the
Koa.
safety word.
Kroof is not battle ready like you.
Go like Koa.
He's a thief.
Be able to control.
Get yours.
So weird.
Kroof, you got
Like
this.
who's just
What's the
got
secret? Like Koa is
Like,
secretly a
watching.
werewolf.
Just keep the steak, but near you.
This
You
whole
got
time, like Koa is a werewolf.
I would love that.
Transforms. Yeah, I'll send like Koa in with Kroof, and I'll sit at the table and try to stay awake, lethargically fighting off sleep.
Okay.
I will pray until I fall asleep.
Okay.
My goal is to get some sleep, but
Okay, understood. Mattias, what are you doing?
I'm not sure.
All right.
I'm legitimately not sure.
Well, make a decision, please.
He's pacing around, back and forth.
have some
in the
stew.
corner over there.
Have some frog stew.
Have some.
Some frog
What is it?
stew. Frog stew.
It's delicious.
I'll try something a little less French.
Yeah, that's pretty much all they got.
When in France.
Okay, fine. I'll try that.
You've got frog right leg and frog left leg.
Or a baguette.
Wait, where isn't this where they had this?
Do they have
frog-
baguettes at
frog-
this point in history?
Yeah, the frog legs are.
No, the frog infestation. This was here.
Okay, everyone, roll a con check, please. Kroof, you roll it with advantage, please.
Oh dear.
A check, you said?
Yes, I did.
Alright, 21.
On.
17.
The face.
12.
That's a 4.
21.
I feel like I just got rid of exhaustion.
I'm sorry, 21
17.
Yes.
12.
with advantage? Okay.
4.
With advantage.
No,
Not
no,
for
no,
you.
only Kroof, 'cause
Not
he-
for you.
Because he
21.
napped early.
4, you said?
4. Yes.
21.
21. Okay. Kip, at some point, the time starts to pass. Mordu sticks her head out. Kroof, I'm heading to sleep.
I'm coming.
I really, I just have this, all the horrors. I don't want to be alone.
I'll join you. I'll keep watch.
The Baron, you are wide awake, reveling in the miracle that you performed and that God gave you the gift to bestow upon Kip, Balder, Hanaldo, amazingly curing their disease, not poison. It's almost like your brain is just pinging, like as if you woke up in one of those things where you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, I remember what the code is, and you get back to your computer and you're banging out the code, but not quite.
Right. Got it.
Marius, yours is almost like I figured out how to get to level 10 in that computer game, and you just stayed up all night figuring it out. Balder, I don't know what was running through your head. Bashing little rabbits.
Killing vampires.
Yeah. It was a whack-a-mole with a hammer or something like that.
And then collecting the eyes afterward.
And collecting the eyes from the little baby
Yeah,
rabbits.
that's my dream. Taking the eyes out of everything.
Kip's on the floor sucking his thumb.
Lycoa looks at you and stumbles in, kind of sheepishly follows Kroof into the other room. She lays down on the bed.
I say to her, hold on a minute. This was given to me by my mother, and it always kept me safe. And I take out the cross and I try to put it around her neck.
She leans her head forward. She feels kind of awkward about it. Just this was from your mother?
Yes. Just let it keep you safe for the night.
Okay. I mean, I don't really feel comfortable taking something from your mother.
It's okay. You can give it to me in the morning.
Oh, okay.
And then I take out, I said, this is right here. This has always helped me sleep. And I take out the vial of holy water and I give it to drink. Listen, covering all my bases.
Drops a little roofie in there.
Gives her some garlic. Nothing helps me sleep more than the smell
And I give
of
her
garlic.
the vial of holy water. Said, this will help you to drink, to sleep. It always does for me.
That's very, very, very kind of you. You're asking her to drink it?
Kill him from the inside. She's a vampire.
Just sprinkle it on her.
Yeah. See, it's just water. It's just water.
Just do a chew.
Okay.
Roll a persuasion check.
It's raining. Look, it's raining. It's soothing. You ever go to sleep with the rain sounds?
A 7. Not very good.
Nothing helps
sorry?
me sleep more
7.
than with my mother.
She's
Dripped
like,
holy water on my head.
I'm not that thirsty right now, but
That's
maybe
fine.
just by the bedside, perhaps.
I will leave it by the bed in case you get thirsty.
You have a little soot. You have a little soot on your.
Just one sip.
I will take out the water. Said, do you mind if to help you sleep through the night I bless you?
bless me?
Yes, as per.
Are
what
you
I was.
are you a priest?
No, but used to do. My mother used to always do that for me.
Roll a persuasion check.
30-20.
She says, okay. Okay, will that help me sleep?
It should.
Okay.
I'll say I'll do it on myself first, and then I'll do it for you as well. I take out a little holy water, I put it on my finger, and I do the cross.
Does it burn your face?
And then I take a little holy water on my hand, and I do the cross on her forehead as well.
As you push into her skin with your fingers in the candlelight, it appears slightly redder than usual.
I said, okay, that's fine. Hopefully, it will help you sleep.
Okay, thank you. And she lays down on the bed.
And okay, I'm not gonna get stupid. I was gonna say, and then I tripped.
Oops.
She motions to you. Will you lay with me?
Let me just sit here and just watch over you, make sure that you're safe.
I don't want to be alone.
It's okay. I prefer not to take advantage here and be next to you. I just want you to be safe. I'll watch guard over you.
Please, lay with me.
Get the steak ready.
Dude, man, you're gonna die pretty soon. Ghazi's gonna kill you.
Might as well die happy, right? I say, okay.
Okay.
I'm just right outside
You
the
wanted
door.
you to say,
Oh,
okay,
here we go.
so bad.
You're right outside the door. You guys are killing me. You guys are killing me.
I will take the mirror out, and I will go.
My mother used to do this too.
I just gotta check.
As I'm lying next to her now, I take the mirror out. Let me fix myself, and I look at myself and try to see her as well. Do I see her in the mirror?
You do, but it's very dim in here. It's kind of hard to. I mean, there's very little light.
Well,
in
there's
the
a
room.
candlelight, isn't there?
Yeah, it's not that much. Her image doesn't appear that clear. It's there.
Do I know any of this stuff, or this is all nothing? Because I really have been adventuring with them. I don't know much about vampires to begin with. So, does any of this would startle me or no? I mean, as far as I know, no.
Roll an insight check.
16.
Okay. Yeah, it seems a little bit odd. But she's there.
Okay. So it does feel
That's
odd.
what Dave Grohl said.
I'm gonna say, you know what? Actually, give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Let me use the restroom. I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
And I walk out, and I right away run to Baron and go. So I put the cross. She put the cross on. She held the cross, and then I put the holy water as a cross on her forehead, and I left the red mark.
It left a red mark on her
And
forehead.
then I tried to look in the mirror with her, and I see myself okay, but she's there, but she's not there.
It is possible that she is still transforming. That
She's asking me to lay down with her in bed to keep her company. What should I do?
Well, there may be possible to save her, but we do not have the medical equipment in order to do it. We would have to do.
So what should I do?
I think you should probably kill her. It is very likely that she will transform. I mean, there is no way to stop it. If I could save her, I would.
I don't have experience in killing vampires. Can you please go kill her then?
Very well.
Okay.
I've done this once before. I'm just outside the door sharpening my hammer. The end of it.
I don't know. I don't want to. No,
Getting
but
ready for
Baron,
this?
to be honest with you, she's a very sweet girl. I don't know if she's a vampire or not. I don't know what we should do.
Do you feel capable of protecting yourself? If you were to lay down beside her, do you feel capable that you could escape her clutches if she had turned? You must stay awake. You cannot allow yourself to fall asleep.
I don't know.
at some point in all of our lives, we must be challenged. This is a challenge for you. I would say, I do not want to kill an innocent girl.
I agree.
But we do not have the medical equipment in order to save her. We could. We had practices that are
Can we
very
tie
uncommon.
her up? Can we tie her up and see what happens?
I have the manacles.
I think she has been through enough. And maybe if she was to fall asleep, maybe at that point you could.
I mean, she's a vampire. If we leave her,
She
the
will.
stuff she could do to this town. I mean,
So here
we
is my,
start all
here
over.
is the dilemma.
She
If
could
she is
just be
recovering.
transforming.
I do not know how long it will take for her to recover from. I do not know if the curse is just lifted immediately. The fact that she can hold the cross tells me that maybe she is not fully vampire. She may be in recovery.
what makes you think she's recovering?
Because she can hold the cross. She
But
is
she-
not full vampire. She
So
may be.
So she will be eventually.
Or
No,
the curse
How
could
could
be.
you possibly know it's getting better?
because we killed her master.
He killed her master. Generally, the curse would be lifted. If she had not already been.
How do you even know that?
I have studied.
How do you know the
this.
curse can be lifted?
I have
As a
studied
doctor?
this. This is very long. It
True.
is it. If she had not been fully become vampire,
I mean,
there is a hope that.
despite your
the
feelings, she
spell
needs to
would-
be killed.
I do not want to
We
kill.
leave a
I-
vampire here.
I do not want
Then
to
we've
kill an
accomplished
innocent girl.
nothing.
I agree with you.
I mean, everything we've done is
what
for
should I do?
nothing if we
What
leave
should
her
I
here.
do?
If
What
she's
should I
a
do?
You need to
vampire.
kill her.
I need to kill her?
Yes.
So I don't have any experience of killing.
Do you want me to do it?
She might not be a vampire.
I'm gonna look at Balder, and I'm gonna just nod. I'm gonna try to make sure that Kip doesn't see me nod at Balder. I am trying not to upset Mr. Kalen. But I do
Come on, Kroof. Let's go back.
believe what you
I'm
said.
gonna walk in the room, and I'm gonna
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
take a knife, and I'm gonna take a slice into my arm, so that the blood's gonna drip down my arm, and I'm gonna see if she reacts.
You walk into the room. The door was closed, not shut. I assume you guys
We follow
were
him.
having this conversation. As all of you go into the room simultaneously.
I stay outside the door.
Let's back up. What's going on?
To be honest, I don't even know if I would let him go in the room. But
Okay,
if
well,
that's
that
what
could be
we're-
different. That could be different then. I'm gonna
Are we
go to try to
downstairs or
walk
are we in the room?
Well, we were in the.
I'll
the
put my
tavern.
hand out and stop Balder.
I'm assuming
and allow
Tom,
Kip
we're
to go in.
We're in the tavern, and her room
Okay,
is off
fair
to the
enough, fair
side, right?
Yeah.
You guys were in the common area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a large common area.
If I recall, she was off to the side.
Yep.
In a
Yeah,
room.
it's like a little,
Alright,
except
so-
for like her bedroom.
Yeah.
I go to stop you. He tells me it's not a good idea, and I let you
Yes.
go
Put
into
Put
the
all your
room.
figures like over here somewhere. Over here. Where's her room?
Give me a moment.
Oh, okay.
He's got that.
Yeah, put me somewhere over there next to you.
We'll just be we'll be at that table.
Talking up
Put
there.
him
He was
over
talking
there.
to
Oh,
you.
where is
I imagine him
Matthews?
like this.
Where's Matthews and all of this?
Proof's in the bathroom.
Thaddeus?
No, I'm with you guys.
He's in the corner peeing in his armor.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing in the corner. He's in the field.
Listen, just understand, guys.
I'm sorry, what was
I've
that?
never
We're
encountered.
trying to figure out what you were
We're,
doing
we're trying to figure out where you would be
in the
this
tavern.
situation.
Okay. Kip, what are you doing?
Well, Lyko would be in the room with her, right?
Yeah.
Still. So I will walk to the
You
door.
hear Lykoa go.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna walk to the room. Like I'm gonna go in and see if Balder lets me. I guess.
And I mean, with the Baron's discretion, I'll let you go by.
Yeah, I stop Balder. And then I will say to Balder, out of. Oh, your earshot. Never mind. Your damn elven.
You can
ears.
whisper.
I say to Balder, he must decide for himself.
And so I'll walk in the room, and I'll have an arrow in my hand that I will kind of gash my arm to let it bleed.
As you're walking in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I know it's dark in here, dim. And,
Dim. There's a
dim.
candle.
There's a
Sure.
candle. There's a candle.
So I'll, maybe take the second to let
But
my
for
eyes
you,
adjust.
dim light
Yeah,
is-
I'll let my eyes adjust to the dim. And then, I don't know, what do I say? She's still in bed, like Hoa at the foot of the bed, I would imagine.
Nope. I was
Oh,
bleeding
what-
from
yeah,
the
you
neck.
tell me.
I was hanging
Bleeding
on your
from the neck,
words.
maybe.
That wasn't me trying to say something. That was me hanging on your next word.
You walk into the room, and for you, the room, the candlelight flickers in the light, and you see a figure standing at the end of the bed. And she's literally standing at the end of the bed, completely unclothed. And she sees you with your arm agash, and she's like, what are you, what? And she quickly grabs the sheet.
She was ready for group.
She was ready for you to come back.
I thought, you're not Kroof.
Kroof needs
And
stop.
I will
What are you?
I will cover my
What are
eyes.
you- what are you-
I
what
mean,
are you
she
doing?
should know me. I saved her life.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Kroof said that he was having
What are
some
you
complications and he wanted me to check on you.
What are you doing to your arm?
Oh no, I cut myself and I was gonna ask you for bandages.
Yeah.
I can see everything's all right. And I will turn and I will leave and just leave her. And
She runs up to the door
walk in
and
one
you
at a
hear
time.
the door slam behind you.
Yeah, well,
and you hear like a latch fall on
Yeah.
it.
Did Hoa get out or is he still in there?
You hear like a
Kroof. Kroof, I think this is all you. And I don't think she's a vampire. I just think that she has a certain kind of hunger that is not blood. It is more the hunger for Kroof.
Okay. If I die, I'm coming back to haunt you.
My friend, if you die, it is a way to go.
I will knock him. I will try to open the door. If it's closed, I'll knock.
Jeez, stay away. Stay away. Who is it?
Kroof. It's Kroof.
But, you're not like bleeding yourself, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
Crazy
I
elves,
was in the
Totally
I
elves.
was in
That's what they
I
do.
was in the bathroom and in the restroom and I asked him to
This-
check up on you because I was taking a long time.
This is some of the finest entertainment I've seen since I left home.
Reiner?
I
agree.
I knocked on the door. I said, I apologize. I'm sorry.
Ever slowly, you hear several latches undo themselves.
Bro! Did she just create a sag? Like, say two or three more? Just to lock the door more securely?
I go to the bar and say, "Can you mend this?"
She installed them real fast. Oh, gotta lock this door.
Let us go. Let us go. Patch up your arm.
Yeah, I need to get some sleep. Yes.
Kroof enters the room,
Yes.
and
And
the candle remains illuminated.
And if I see her, she's still the same. I would be amazed.
She has the blanket wrapped around her, and it sort of drops to the floor, and it fades to black.
This very Daniel Steele kind of situation.
You are watching the Carpathian Adventure on 7-Sided Die, and we will be right back.
Yep, can't just can't.
My name is Jumnus Dawnflower. I used to be a merchant sailor until I was shipwrecked on a strange island and killed in a sacrificial blood ritual. In the moment between life and death, an otherworldly goddess of light came to me, offering me a second chance at life if I swore to enact her will upon the world. Now I travel with the champions of the sun, looking to right wrongs, vanquish evil, and earn the new life I've been given.
Aha! Hello, friends! You can call me Louvier Moreau. I come from the beautiful country of France, of course! Traveling as a salesman, banished from my home, where by the hand of my twisted sister, my father was killed, and I was implicated. Mon Dieu, how low I've come. But in that low I found the champions of the sun. Although they may not smell like sweet wine, They are honorable. Mostly.
My name is Virexin. I am a monk who was exiled into Greece after fleeing my homeland. I was sent on a quest via a dream I received. I went in search of great heroes I saw in the dream to help stop some monstrosity from wreaking havoc across the world. I found those heroes in the champions of the sun. Now I strive to gain their trust so they can one day help me defeat the vile beast that threatens everything.
I'm Aldrich, and while I grew up an urchin in the narrow confines of Venice, I never seemed to fit in there. Except for this music box, my past is hidden to me. Now north of the Alps, I feel I'm closer to home, wherever that might be. Near the Untersberg mountain, I discovered these intrepid adventurers. Though they're blazing a dangerous path, perhaps they might help me discover who I really am.
I am Mikolash, a monk from Romania, and sometimes too curious for my own good. My scars tell only part of the tale. Having witnessed cannibalism in my village, as a child, I fled, never to return. On my own, I stole from others to survive. A monk caught me and offered me a better way, but I abused their kindness. Now I walk alongside the champions of the sun. Will they be my own undoing? Or have I finally found the path I was meant for?
I am Borinth, the cave bear. I come from a tribe of barbarians that once lived in the mountains of the Badenweiler. While on my sacred spirit quest, my tribe and family were attacked with none left alive. I now seek the power to avenge my people. With my rage, I grow stronger. And with the champions of the sun, I seek a path to restore and preserve my people's culture and rid this world of any evil that stands in my way.
From the kingdom of Aragon, I am Zyman Val. I've ventured forth with few possessions and little coin, save an ancient tomb I searched to decipher. But I've struggled to find clues, and at times, food. While freezing in the Alps, fate crossed my path with a shining night and the champions of the sun. Having aided me in a desperate time, they have earned my service and my friendship. Now, using my wizardry, I fight by their side.
I am Bilela. I hail from far-off Ethiopia. With no brothers, my noble father indulged my obsession with self-defense. On business in Rome, my family was accosted, but my skills enable me to defeat our attackers. My desire to fight crime fueled. In my travels, I made a powerful enemy who may now pursue me. Near the Drusistine, I met a stoic knight and the champions of the sun. Now, in a strange land, I hope they can help me deliver justice to criminals, or death.
Welcome back. The party is in Tours, France, in a tavern called La Chouette Blanche, or the White Owl. And they have had a very unusual evening. To quote a... no, I won't say that. To quote... You have not had a good flight. You have had a very good flight. Somebody once said to me. Anyway, we rejoin our party in progress here. I'm back in the tavern. The rest of you, you're in the room hopefully an enjoyable evening passes. Many hours. The rest of you eventually pass out. Yes? No?
Kip's definitely gonna sleep.
Yep.
I'll bandage up Kip's arm. And be like, some Kroofs have all the luck.
I'm just out. I'm just out in the chair.
I wonder what his mother would say of him now. The rich man he is.
Kroof.
Bold of you to presume that he would change his ways, even if there was something to be said.
At some point, you comfortably pass out. You wake, and you feel not like your skin has been penetrated, but almost like somebody is nibbling on your throat. And you're laying there in flagrante, and you just feel this against your neck, and it feels cold.
Well, I'm not sure what's going on, so I will slowly wake up.
You are laying in bed.
Yeah.
In flagrante. That's naked.
Yes. I will open my eyes
And you look off, and there's somebody wrapped around your backside, and you feel them like nibbling at your neck.
At first, I think it's Mardu and in the morning kind of situation. So I will get up slowly and look at her.
You turn to get up, and you look, and she's, and then she reaches and tries to sink her teeth into you.
Should have killed her.
I will jump out of bed.
You
naked.
leap out of bed. Roll initiative, crew. Oh, you have it.
I thought it was Marshmallow.
Is this the initiative or
We'll just go with that roll there. And she has a 6. You have initiative on her. She leaps out of bed. She is completely naked, but her teeth are exposed. And she's like, Kroof, I need you. I have a hunger for you.
So I have Kroof is gonna dash out the door.
Kroof runs up to the door.
Naked and all.
Naked up to the door.
Yelling.
And it
yelling,
is
she's
locked.
a vampire! She's a vampire banana!
You get to the door. It is locked. What are you doing?
Oh, so it is unlocking the second.
You reach up and you start undoing the lock.
How many locks is there?
How many locks? There are 3 locks.
3 locks. I will what you call it? I will grab do I see a weapon next to me, or do I see anything next to me?
You see off about 10 feet over that way a chair.
Give her the chair. It's all your stuff. It's all stuff gone?
Yeah. It's all
Well, your stuff is it's like laying it about the room. It's at the foot of the bed.
Okay. So if I just so I understand mechanics, if I grab the rapier and I go for the door, is that one action? Is that 2 actions? Is that
Just tell me what you're doing, dude.
So I'm gonna as I'm running for the door, I'm grabbing the rapier.
Okay, you reach down, you grab your rapier, and you run for the
And I
door.
start
Or you
unlocking.
ran for the door, you came back, you grabbed your rapier, and you have your rapier in your hand.
And I start unlocking doors.
Okay, and you're unlocking doors. She literally runs up, takes both legs, wraps them around your body, and tries to sink her teeth into you. And she just rolls away, and all of a sudden you feel this teeth like bite into you, and you take
no.
you take 3 points of piercing damage.
Kroof's a vampire.
I will try to do any of my hands still free.
Well, I'm gonna say.
Can I still try to unlock the door?
You
even if she's
are.
wrapped
I
around
mean,
me?
you have like one hand on a rapier, another hand you're trying to unlock a door. I don't know a third
I'm gonna
hand.
No,
Is that
no.
what you mean?
I'm still gonna try to unlock. The
I mean,
door.
you have a third hand, I guess.
Banana.
And maybe you're
I'm
2
gonna
feet.
I'm gonna try to keep on unlocking the door
Okay.
while yelling, "She's a vampire! She's a vampire!"
Okay, she's a vampire. She's a vampire. Everybody outside,
up.
roll a Constitution check with advantage, please.
Ooh, 18.
Ooh.
We got a 24.
It's 24.
24 as well.
24. 19.
8.
8. Mattias. That is Mattias.
Tom, if Crew's getting attacked, can Lycoa respond?
Sure. I think, let me see. Roll for Lycoa waking up too, please.
Okay. No, that's a 4.
Okay, Lycoa.
Lycoa lifts his head up and then just says, "Up, sex stuff," and goes in.
Wait, what? I'm like yelling.
Banana.
Yeah, it would have been a 5. But whatever.
And you are up, Kroof. What are you doing?
Still try to open the door.
You managed to get the door unlocked.
Can I try with her on top of me to open it and
Sure, of course you can.
Okay.
You reach up, you open the door.
And I start running with
You
her.
run out.
With her arm as fast as I can.
You run out as fast as you can. And who's awake out here now?
What was the pit? What was the pass?
No, everybody but Mattias sees Kroof come running out naked with his rapier in his hand.
Yelling, "She's a vampire!
She's a vampire! And she has her legs wrapped around him and her neck, her mouth down against his neck.
I will just spring up from my chair. I will call my hammer to my hands, and I will just go right for the heart.
Well, her heart is against his back, but
Through the back.
you're gonna go through. You go running up
I mean, he's been bit.
around behind her, and you're gonna try and shove your hammer
This is like
through
the
her.
moment. This is the moment I've been waiting for. I knew this was gonna happen. And as soon as I wake up, I just go right into action. I'm like, I knew this was gonna happen. I grab my hammer and I go right through her back.
Okay,
through
you
the heart.
run up. Just give me a roll to attack with disadvantage, please. You're trying to avoid hitting Kroof. He's taking the blunt end of his hammer and trying to shove.
Watch, he's gonna get
A 23 with disadvantage? Okay. You take the blunt edge of the hammer and you just shove it through, and you feel this bang right into your back. It is so resounding. How much damage do you do?
But not me. He's hitting her.
Didn't even roll
No, you're
okay.
Duh.
Because
You're gonna feel this.
Yeah, you're gonna dude. 15 points of damage. You take another 7 points of damage as this hammer, or the back end of the blunt end of a hammer, comes jamming right out of her chest.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
We'll get there.
Okay, sorry.
Let it ride. Let it
Nah,
ride.
you guys go for it.
Let it ride. No, let it ride. Let it ride.
I misunderstood what he said earlier. That's all.
It's all cool.
We'll sharpen it later. Let it ride.
Okay, everybody good?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I took 7 points of damage.
Yep. Okay, it comes barreling through your body and jabs you right into your naked back, and you're flailing about, and she falls off. She's still alive, and she's like,
I'm gonna come up behind her because since I'm right after Balder, I'm gonna take the scimitar that I've been waiting for.
wait a minute. As you do that, she reaches up and she scratches your face because she's going to interrupt you. And you take 6 points of slashing damage from her claws.
Okay.
The Baron's down.
No, now he's a vampire.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. What else is he doing?
I was gonna take my scimitar and I'm gonna run it across her throat.
Run it across her what?
Try to cut her head off.
Okay, you reach
Slice
up
her
and
throat open.
you try and cut her head off. Go for it.
Meanwhile, the bartender's behind the bar, just horrified at what is happening right now.
I'm hitting my phone.
You're butt ass naked and we're murdering a woman.
That is a 22 to hit.
A 22 hits. Roll your damage.
I'll explain later.
8. That is 9 points of damage. But I'm gonna dump. I'm gonna put an additional 25 points into her with my.
He goes 9 points of damage, but.
Well, I could use my. Oh my god! Why did I just lost it? Oh actually I can roll another one, but.
Go for it.
Where is it? I'm sorry. It's just I can pick a number of points. I'm just trying to find it. I want to make sure that I'm not saying that I can't use 25 points. I'm pretty sure it's 25 points. I just saw it. It's part of my channel divinity.
Go for it.
Divine strike.
Just
Just
roll
do
it.
it.
dude.
25
Don't
points.
even look for it.
I don't have to roll it. I can just dump the points in.
Don't even
Alright,
stop
so we're
looking.
good.
Okay.
Just do it.
25
Yeah, I'll
points.
put 20 extra 25 points in on top of that.
Cool. Okay, so what was the total damage?
What did I say? 8 plus 25?
33.
33 points. of
33 points. You reach up and you grab her hair by her hair.
Yep.
And Baldur's hammer is embedded in her back. Her legs are wrapped around Kroof.
No, she's off.
Well, okay, partially off. She's like, work with me here, dude. Pretend for
you're
one
still
moment that Tom is
legs
the
are still
dungeon
attached.
master. Okay, just work with me, guys.
Her legs are
Work
still
with
attached
me.
to you.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Tell me
Hammer in her
what
back.
he's doing. Tell me what happened.
No, that's
No,
fine.
I want to know what happened.
I just thought when he hit her, I she flew off. That's all.
Oh God,
Because I was
guys.
still stunned.
You guys kill me. Sometimes her legs are not wrapped around you. Her arms are not wrapped around you. How did you grab her, Baron?
By the hair.
You
and from behind her, I'm just gonna go.
Whoosh. And does her head come off?
Hopefully.
Describe it to me.
All right, I'm gonna run the blade across, and I'm gonna slice her head off, and I'm gonna hold her head up in the air. I'm gonna be like, "Die, vampire," and then I'm gonna hold the head out. See, Kip Kaland. She is vampire.
Kip's gonna get up and walk out of the tavern. He's upset.
Oh no. Is the head still talking?
Oh, I don't know. I'm holding the head in the air.
It's like frozen in that moment.
Baldur, finish the heart.
And I will drive my hammer through the heart.
Describe it for me.
As she apparently is not wrapped around Kroof and she falls on the floor, I will take my hammer and I will just go up as high as I can and just drive the blunt end of it as hard as I can through her headless body.
Very cool. Kroof, the head that the Baron.
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Go for
I
it.
want to make sure. No, I want to make sure I mark things off that I use.
Oh, okay, cool. The head that the Baron is holding up looks at you, and the fangs just kind of retract. Kroof, I thought you loved me. And the eyes go glassy as the blood pours out of the neck, and then it just goes still.
Be at peace, vampire.
I immediately turn onto the Baron, and Kroof's like, "Am I going to become a vampire? Am I going to become a vampire?" I don't know. You know, I mean, Kroof has never encountered this.
We must watch carefully.
Did all of this commotion at any point wake me up?
I'm standing there butt naked, yelling, "Am I going to become a vampire?"
Yeah, you are awake. You are awake, Matthias. It was quite loud.
I come up and look around and I'm like, do I even want to know?
There is 2 naked people in the room. One is headless.
And the other one is freaking out, yelling, "Am I going to become a vampire?"
This is more than I expected to see, and more than I wanted to see. And someone... Never mind. I'll wait for an explanation till the morning. I'm too tired to put up with this right now.
She shall be at peace. He will not change.
You
from
need to
one
suck
bite.
the poison out of him. She bit him.
One bite is not going to change him.
Are you sure?
I am pretty sure.
Can you do something what you did to these guys?
I could cut your head off now and then.
No,
we would
whatever
know
you
then.
did with the venom, can you do something for me?
It is not necessary. That was different.
Okay.
We shall just have to wait and see.
I don't like
Did not drain you of much blood.
Where is she still wearing the cross?
No, most definitely not. It wouldn't be around her head.
No, I mean, was
otherwise.
she wearing it at the time he took her head off?
No.
No, she was taking it off.
No.
I will go back in the room, probably blood all over me, and
Probably.
start,
You tell me.
you know, I'm in shock, complete, you know, this is something that's out of realm of anything Kroof has ever
This
experienced.
has never happened to a woman you slept with?
No.
That's weird.
And I slept with some pretty
Just another
bottom
Monday.
of the barrel
Just
women.
another Monday
You know,
for the
I'm
champions
a
of the
street.
sun.
I'm a street person. I slept with a lot of bottom of the barrel women on the street, but this never happened. And I'm in shock. I'm just gonna pick up all my stuff. If the cross is lying there now, at this point, I'm scared out of my mind. I will put the cross on my. I will put the cross around my neck.
We are not done with his body. We must burn it now. Take the body outside.
Kroof is in shock. Kroof is
This
gonna
is
go.
this is what you need to do.
No, I need to go. I need to.
I'll
I'm
step in and
I'm
grab the body.
butt naked, covered in blood. I said I have to go and get this vampire blood off of me.
It's
I'm
okay.
afraid of turning a
It's okay,
vampire.
Kroof.
So I'm
we've
gonna
got
go
this.
and look for I don't know where a bathing area or something where I can bathe and. So I'm walking with like a pile of clothes and my rapier and.
Me and the Baron, we're professionals. We've got this. I'll grab the
2 in 1 night?
I'll grab the headless body and I'll bring it to
Before he
Baron.
starts to take the headless body away, I'm gonna cut the heart out as well.
Okay.
And we should burn. We shall burn the body, the heart, and the head separate.
I'll throw 5 gold at the bartender. It's fine. We got this.
There is no
You saw
bartender.
nothing.
They're all
You
gone.
saw nothing.
I'm sure everybody split. So I'm gonna go wash up. I'm in complete shock. I'm just gonna go wash up and sit there and probably cry.
The way out the front door, I'm gonna turn the open sign around to close. Ding.
Just in the fetal position in the shower.
The Kroof is. He must learn to accept the fate as part of the champions of the sun.
I should have known when he told me that he's got this that he didn't have this. I should have been there.
We can only protect so long.
Holding the candle like this the whole night.
Just waiting. Just waiting.
I warned him not to fall asleep.
I tried not to.
Kip is very upset. Matthias,
Yes?
you are a man of good word. Perhaps you shall discuss with Kip and check on him while Balder and I dispose of the body.
Perhaps I shall check on what?
On Kip. He is not. He's not of good conscience right now. He is upset.
I shall do my best. I am warning, I am still half asleep, and I am fed up with all of this. Whatever this was. But I will try.
We have slain a vampire that attempted to kill Krug.
Oh,
And Kip is upset.
and
'cause he-
why was Kroof?
That is a long story. You
Why
slept.
were they?
I think you may understand why he was with the woman.
I can, but what I don't understand is.
Kroof.
Never mind.
Kroof and Kip
I'm
wanted.
not going to question it. Some people have very odd tastes. I understand.
Kroof and Kip wanted to believe that there was still good within her heart. We all did. We all hoped, and this proved to be incorrect.
Yes, because the heart is what they were interested in. Yes. I will go speak to Kip.
Thank you, my friend.
Of course.
Balder
Where
and
is Kip?
Baron will go out and, I guess, burn the body somehow. Create a little fire outside.
Kroof, you go looking for a place to bathe. You eventually find a tub. It's not the cleanest water in the world, but it's a tub in one of the ancillary rooms. The common room, literally looks like a murder scene.
I was waiting for that. I mean, you
There
cut her head
is
off.
blood everywhere. And there is no one else in the common room with you at the moment, and you don't see another waiter.
I will point out, Balder has no plans to clean it up, but he will pay whoever in the morning wants to clean it up.
Matthias, you see Kip across the room. What is it you wanted to say to him?
Oh, I actually walked out.
Oh, you walked out. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
all right,
hear that.
If you wanted to come out.
Kip, what are you doing?
Just standing outside, trying to get fresh air and get away from the mayhem of inside. And I'm not sure if Matthias comes out first or Borinth with the body. I mean, the Baron with the body, but I'll just stay outside and just breathe, I'm not happy.
I will make my way out. To follow him, that is.
Okay.
All right.
You both are outside. It's that period of the beginning of morning, nautical twilight, where the sun is still below the horizon. But there's that glow on the horizon, the glow that clearly the sun is coming up off to the southeast. There's a bit of dew. It's a fresh September morning, cool, very, very cool compared to the afternoons, which are still warm. It still has that smell of summer wafting in from the fields around the town, the smell of vines ripening, of grapevines on the sides of the hills, and you can smell it as it sinks into the earth with that damp, moist smell. And the two of you walk outside, and the streets, they're cobbled, but very quiet. I mean, almost picturesque in a gray, mottled kind of way, with the sky, just that shade of ultramarine blue and a little bit of gold and orange on the horizon. You do see Kip outside.
I walk up to him and just stand next to him for a bit.
I'll say, do you see all the beauty around us, Matthias? The sky,
I do.
The sky, the colors of the morning, and the smell of the earth, and the life that the earth brings. And yet, behind the walls, behind us, it is the stench of death and terror. And I start to question now, like we did what we could to save her, but there was no saving her. You know, the Baron knew this. I think Balder knew this, but there was a moment there where it almost seemed like they enjoyed it, where they reveled in it. That is not what I want. There's a moment of revenge in my life that I am trying to seek out to pay back all those that were their lives were cut short and taken by evil. And Ghazi is doing such things, killing innocent people, people like this poor girl. And yet the hopelessness that I feel when we try to save someone innocent, and there's nothing that we can do. We're too late. And it is a hard thing to keep going sometimes, and then I wonder, are we even doing the right thing? Like, in that tavern just now, I mean, everybody was a monster, not just her. The only difference was she didn't have a choice.
This is something I have had to consider on my own. There is no way that we can overcome every evil. In many ways, it's almost the way of the world that we will not. This is something I struggled with for a long time, but ultimately, what place is there for any of the good things in the world if we cannot appreciate them?
Aye, well,
Without the things that we dread or fear, would everything else have the same value?
I mean, I appreciate the sunrise even more today than I probably did yesterday, so there is truth in what you say. I'm just tired.
I think we all are to some extent. I cannot speak for them. But I do think that this journey has gotten to all of us. Whether or not we know it, whether or not we show it. We've been on this road for a long time now. To go so long and travel so far, it's almost inevitable that there would be effects on us.
Well, the road is longer yet, and
Indeed.
I think it's time that we rest up and we leave this place and we find our final destination, because I do not know how much longer I can go. Thank you for speaking with me, but I think I'll sit out here a little while longer and take in the life and the beauty of the world, while I guess the others take care of some of the other darker sides of things.
I will let you be, if that is what you wish.
Thank you, my friend.
Kip remains outside. Mattias, where do you go?
I go inside to work on helping clean things up, I guess.
You go inside. I think you're the...
I don't know if we would have left before. Balder.
I don't think anyone left.
Oh, right. Okay.
No, you went to burn.
Well, we were talking about it, but I was letting them do their thing.
Yeah, I assumed everyone else was still in the common area.
Yeah.
Except I'm washing up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That is correct. You're in the tub in another room.
We're getting ready to burn the body.
Right. Yeah.
And the body's still in the common area, correct? Yes. Okay. And Mattias, you go inside, and I'm not sure who else is, but you see a daunting task ahead of you. Take an inspiration point on your list there, please. And there's one for you, Kip. You do the best you can to clean it up. What are Balder and
this place
you're
is cursed.
Cleaning yourself up?
I mean, how long? And then I'm just going to join.
Not that long. You come back out. You're there with Balder, the Baron, and yourself.
I'll approach the Baron and go, Baron, can I keep the cross? Or do you want it back?
No, you can wear the cross.
I will wear the cross.
I got it from the Cracker Jack box. It is Bupkis.
Well, listen, I don't know that. To me, you know.
No, I'm joking.
After that experience.
No, wear it. You allow it.
And can I keep the holy water?
Allow it to protect you. Yes, of course. Balder, I do not think the townsfolk will take kindly to the scene that we have here, and the girl will be gone. I think it might be best for us to burn the body in here and allow the entire building to go with it.
You want to burn the whole bar down?
This is a scene that may not be explained easily. It may be best if it did burn.
I don't see how that would be best. I mean, surely we could find like a place to burn her. We don't burn down the whole inn. Yeah, people are in here.
There will be questions. If the body is here when it is burned, it will just look like a fire, and we can move on.
Do you want to evacuate the people in this building?
I thought the building was empty. I was under the impression that the building was empty.
I'm sure people are here sleeping.
Oh, I didn't think so. I thought it was empty. I thought we established that earlier.
Yell fire.
But if not, then that changes it.
I don't think there's anyone else in the building.
Okay.
Well,
I
there
didn't
you go.
say. I didn't say there was. So.
All right.
Are you guys tell me?
This is.
Is there someone in the building?
We must explain the death of a young girl.
Somewhere
No,
washing up.
No, I joined you. I came back.
We must explain the death of a young girl. It is a bloody scene in here.
And I'll just kind of pick up the body and I'll be like, all right, I mean, I guess. And I'll start walking towards the fireplace.
Well, that's made. What I'm saying is you put her in bed and light a fire in the building and let the building burn. And then we can leave.
Okay.
Just be on our way.
All right. Can I take a little bit of time to just double check, make sure no one's here?
Yes, absolutely, of course. I am just trying to.
So I am.
We have a lot of explaining to do here. This is a.
So I will bring her. I will bring her to her bed and I'll put her in there. But then I'm gonna just double check no one is in any of the rooms.
Why do we have to explain anything? We're leaving.
People do not.
I don't feel comfortable setting this place ablaze if we don't know for sure nobody's here.
If you're burning the body, why does you care about what people think? We're going to be gone.
I don't know. He cares.
In the past,
I'll burn her in the alley.
In the past, they have come for us. I am just trying to avoid any future.
They have come for you guys in the past?
Implications. Yes.
I mean,
we have
what's going to happen? What's going to happen is we're going to burn this building down, and we're going to set the whole town on fire. We're going to burn down the whole town, and this will be the fourth town that we've done that to.
I was under the impression that it was.
That's what's going to happen,
Why are we
Baron.
planning to burn the town down?
Then we do not have to burn anything, okay? It was just merely a suggestion.
It's just a body. Do we need to burn the whole building?
We will have to answer for our actions here tonight. Do you not think that they will come not looking for us?
And we will answer for those actions.
She was a
vampire.
Very well. They will not understand. They will not.
Then they will die.
I humble myself to all of your opinions. This was just merely a suggestion.
No one's even gonna know we did it.
Then let us burn the body and be gone from here.
Let's do it. I don't feel like we need to burn the whole inn down.
Okay. Well, I understand.
Murder? Arson. Like, it's the first two things on there.
I think we have
Listen, we find somewhere
arson
quiet.
too many times
We
already.
find somewhere quiet and we burn the body.
Seducing
This is very well. Let's just do just a suggestion. I just want to avoid any future.
And I don't know who brought this out.
Who seduces?
Why do I even
an
have
idea?
that?
Who seduces a senior citizen?
Why do we even have that with me?
The worst crime of it all: seducing of a senior citizen.
There you go.
That was you.
So I think we should find somewhere quiet. And we just burn the body. Having a campfire.
Very well. We must do it soon. We must do it immediately.
So let's go.
How about in the graveyard?
Someone having a campfire in a graveyard is not weird at all. Like, I mean, that's fine. And I guess I'll just attempt to find somewhere quiet. I'll be carrying the body.
You
kind of wrapped in whatever I could find from some bedroom.
I'll find a potato
blanket,
sack and I'll put the head in it.
You easily find some bed sheets, and you manage to wrap it up. I mean, you do have a head, and you have the rest of the naked body. You kind of like
Wrap it up, carry
I'll
it.
put the
bundle
head
it
in a
up.
potato sack or something, like a burlap sack or something.
Okay, and you've got this large.
We're just gonna
sack.
walk. We'll walk out of the inn. We'll go to the tree line, and we'll just burn the body there. where no one
There's
can
not
see.
much of a tree line as we described before. I mean, it is a town, and wood is a commodity that is used as a resource for fire. It was pretty. There weren't a lot of trees. You'd have to go a little ways to find a copse of woods.
Maybe we put her on my.
But your
put her
wagon
on my
is
cart,
outside.
and we bring her outside of town.
Okay. You have your cart. You undo the back, and you kind of like shove it into the back. And there's nobody in the streets this time of the morning, and you manage to shove it in there. And
I'll hand Maddie some mop on our way out.
As you're walking back in, you see a couple spots of blood on the cobblestone, and you kind of like rub it with your foot.
Bar fight. It happens. Brawl.
You go back inside.
Bloody nose.
Kip is somewhere outside wandering around, and the rest of you go back inside. Maddie
I'll be with
is
Balder helping him.
okay. And now where are you, and what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna have a drink.
The bar is open.
We'll take the nearest path outside of town, and we'll burn the body.
I will follow their lead.
You take the cart, and you start heading out of town.
Mm-hmm.
The door to the Chouette Blanche says closed.
Mm-hmm.
And the cart rolls slowly out of town. And you start riding across the countryside. As you do so, the sun comes up, a glorious sun comes up over the horizon, and you continue to ride along. You're on a countryside road. You're traveling cross country. It's a large path with vineyards on either side of it, large enough for your wagon. Sunken roadway, it rises and falls, and you continue to ride off. Eventually, you see a small copse of woods off to the side, probably about an hour, maybe 2 hours outside of town. Not that you have a watch per se.
I question, damn, why is it so open? Where's the cover?
You go to the woods, or what do you do?
Yeah, we'll go close to the tree line, and we'll just burn the body.
Set up fire.
Okay. You venture over
I
toward.
just feel like burning down an entire inn is too
forest?
risky. The houses are very close together.
Are you gonna burn the whole forest?
I have nightmares of the other towns that we burned down, and I'm like, we can't do this.
Fires happen.
I'm sorry?
No, I said fires happen. But yeah, no, I'm following your lead. It's all good. Let's do it. Let's burn it. We got to do it soon.
So we do it.
You start a fire, and it takes a little bit to get it going, but eventually you get the flames up and going. I'm sorry, Brian?
I said fireball.
Fireball.
Let's get this going.
Yeah, fireball would do it, probably. Fireball would do it, and you eventually get the fire going, and it's just kind of roaring away there, and it smells awful, if you will. It just smells putrid. You could tell that it's going to take a little bit for it to actually consume.
We'll stay just long enough to make sure that the job is taken care of, and we'll head back.
It gets to the point where you know that it is a burned body that is burned beyond recognition, but it's not going to disintegrate like in a crematorium. But it's basically unidentifiable as a lump of a corpse at one point.
we'll burn the head, and we'll burn the heart.
Okay.
And we will, until they're as burned as possible, and then we will separate them from the body itself. And, smash up the ashes, bury the ashes, whatever we gotta do.
You said it's not gonna be crematory like.
No, we'll do as much as we possibly can.
I will stand there and go, it's a shame. She was really good.
She was beautiful.
She was evil. This is the point.
Not by her choosing, though.
Not by her choosing.
It's a shame.
It is sad.
She was very sweet.
Once vampire is taking over, they have died, and their body is taken over by the evil vampirism. Their soul leaves their body. It is not the same person. That is why the moment of death to the vampire, there is a sense of calm that comes over the body, and that is the release. That is the release of their physical form to their natural soul. They are connected again.
I don't agree with that, but it has to be done. There's definitely part of them that's still there, and that's what makes it sad, but I mean, eventually they're going to give in to the vampire side, and we would have left this town exactly how we found it, plagued by a vampire. So we did the right thing.
That is 3 vampire dead. This is a successful endeavor.
3 in 24 hours.
I do not think, however, that...
And you doubt us.
They still remain in their bodies. I think that any feeling of the original soul within the body is nothing but the vampire being trickery. Will try to trick you into its ultimate goal, which is to feed upon you, and which is to spread its vampire, the curse.
If that helps you sleep at night, then so be it.
Very well.
The fire, I mean, to the extent that you can, it consumes as much as you possibly can under the circumstances. The sun is now brightly up. It is a beautiful day, albeit black smoke billowing from the edge of this small copse of woods. What are you guys doing?
We'll head back to the inn.
You're heading back.
We're going back to the inn, or are we gonna get out of town here?
Well, I mean,
You gotta come pick me
him
up.
and
Oh, I
Matthias
thought
are
everybody was
there.
with us. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay, then yeah.
Take it on your own.
Oh, I
Well,
misunderstood too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought you.
Oh, I mean, for the sake of time, I could have just
No,
jumped in
I'm
the
fine.
cart with them.
I'm
and
fine
if
either
they were
way.
leaving town, I mean, we could have done that.
Yeah, I thought they were all leaving town.
It's fine.
I mean,
We're
yeah,
two,
if that's what you
we're
wanna
2
do.
hours out.
Yeah.
I assume we would have walked past you guys and been like, "We'll take care of this. Don't worry."
No, but we're 2 hours out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did go far.
Yep.
All right, then everyone's here. We continue onwards
To the false pope.
to the false pope.
He has some answering to do for himself.
You're gonna kill him
I
too?
do not understand this whole
Possibly.
false pope thing. Why don't you just have local priests instead of relying on a single on a single figurehead who can be so easily challenged?
That's a good question.
You will get to ask him yourself.
See, the way I see it, the Taltosh are so much more, practical. No long supply lines or communications that must be sent from this place to that place, or that place to this place, or this to that.
Well, when we get to the false pope, you can ask him how easy it was to just claim that he was the pope.
What we need from him is the crystal. This is what we need from the false
You know
pope.
what? I'm the pope.
Do you have the crystal?
I'm gonna get it. We're gonna get the crystal, and then I'm the pope. That's just how it works, apparently.
I would vote for you if this was a democracy.
See, there you go. One person. That's all I need.
You guys continue to ride south. You ride out of
Is that where
away.
we're going?
I think so. Yeah. Going to the False Pope, right? Wherever the hell that is. I can't remember the name of the town. Avignon? Avignon? Is that right?
Where the Pope
If you
is?
could slide the figures off of there, please. I think it was. I'll take her.
I think it was Avignon.
Can you remove her head?
Something like that.
Pope is in Avignon.
As we're,
right.
As we're traveling, I'm going to see if I can
Cheers.
find a nice straight piece of wood. Make myself a nice pointy staff.
And this is where we are trying to find
I am 100% sharpening the bottom of
Melisande
my
de
hammer.
Moreau, which is Louvier's sister.
Let it be known to all present, I am sharpening the bottom of my hammer.
And I'm looking for a very straight wood that I can make a nice sharp staff out of.
Who's driving the cart? Who wants to drive the cart?
Did you add stuff?
Mattias, yeah.
Whoa. Up there's new, right?
Oh, yeah, it's all new.
You are in Tours. You left.
What's up there?
There's a whole area there that needs frog legs, I'm sure.
Yeah,
that looks fantastic.
Oh, they got another Ghazi over there.
Oh, that's where we fought Ghazi, yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Sorry, Don, we're just gonna...
No, it's all good.
Just soak this in.
Yeah,
I love this map.
Yeah.
What's going on with the smoke up there?
Serious work here.
What's that? That is Paris. I think that was Galela's.
The explosion.
Yep. Yeah,
Her,
fire.
Her CIAI.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Thanks.
Cool.
You are in, or you are south of Tours, the rolling terrain of central France. Really, it's a myriad of principalities at this point. The sun rises up gorgeously overhead. The countryside is dotted with a series of vineyards. The few trees not harvested for firewood or deciduous and act as windbreaks between the vineyards, between large palatial vineyards. Smaller paths and trails branch off from the sunken road that you are on to villages and farms off in the distance. Smoke trails up comfortably from cooking fires and warming fires of the houses as you continue to ride south. You are heading toward Avignon.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else en route you're going to do?
No, I don't think so. I think we're going straight to Avignon.
You have completed, having rested one night, you have completed the equivalent of a short rest.
That's good.
So, you have not, obviously you did not stay in Tours for 7 days to complete a long rest, if you needed a long rest. You can, somewhere along the way, stop for 7 days if you want, or you can continue straight on to Avignon.
No.
Or you can do something else that you can think of. While you think of it, you are watching the Carpathian adventure on Seven-Sided Die, and the party is en route to Avignon, and we will be right back. watching the Carpathian adventure on 7-sided die, and the party is en route and approaching the city of Avignon. You guys have stopped in a town or two on your way to Avignon, and so stayed there for a solid 7 days, found a comfortable night's rest, and completed a long rest. So please just chalk off, call it 140 gold from somebody, please. And then that should make
Why is everyone looking at me?
I got it.
I mean, Groove can take care of it.
Yeah, I got 109 gems.
Okay.
120 gold, so it's 1 gem, and I got some other gold.
Yeah,
Proof is
140,
okay.
but yeah,
I got
it's
it.
all good.
Oh, you got it? Okay. You got it?
You got it.
I got it too.
You got it.
We
You're gonna
can
need
go-
all that money to
we
make
can
your
go-
mom feel bad.
We can go halvesies.
You're gonna need all that money
It's
to
okay.
make your mom feel crappy.
Disgusting.
I just open up a chest in the wagon. Just glows. I just
Yeah.
dig in, put a bunch of stuff in a bag, close the chest, lock it back up with like 7 locks.
That's 8 years worth of collecting.
So, a scimitar. Do you use the stats for a short sword? What do you use the stats for?
There is a scimitar thing. In the,
When I look in D&D Beyond, it doesn't show a scimitar.
I mean, just on this, we can look over.
It's a light finesse.
Yeah, light finesse, right? Okay. Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I don't remember off the top of my head. I mean, I have the information here,
Yeah,
but magical
It
information.
should be there on the player's handbook.
Okay, you guys continue. Eventually, you see a huge city on the horizon with a massive, massive stone castle. Rising up from beyond the walls are 2 huge towers, bell towers, framing in the center a spire, framing what would be called a chancel spire, rising up into the air, piercing the sky. The city itself appears very wealthy. You approach the gates, and the guards, adorned in red and blue regalia with yellow and blue regalia with red trim and gleaming armor and flags, are standing at the gates to the city. What do you do?
I burn the whole thing down.
There you go. Cheers!
Is there a line of people trying to get in as well?
Yes, there are. There is a group of people trying to get in. There are people easily passing out. As you approach, are you approaching?
Yeah, does it look like people are being stopped and inspected?
Yes, and names are being taken down, and it looks like those with weapons, their weapons are they're being told to bind their weapons in their sheaths. Bows are being unstrung on the occasion, put over their backs. Any other weapons are being secured to their body where they can't readily be pulled out. It doesn't mean that they couldn't be pulled out, they just couldn't readily be pulled out. And it does look like they're collecting a toll at the gate.
We're not going to cause any disruption. We'll do as the
Get in
locals
queue,
are doing.
I guess. Whatever. Yeah.
We'll get in
You
line.
queue up in, and you approach the gate, and
Before we approach, I say, because that thing you put up the wanted poster, is it just a joke? Or I would.
No, it's for.
No, that's legit.
No. What they told me, I would say, hey, is the wanted thing here?
Probably.
Probably.
So, are you sure we can just walk right in? I can walk right in. But
I mean,
you
we're going to find out.
You sure you want to try?
What are we going to walk away?
This was in Amsterdam. This is.
I'll go ahead and put a map.
That's not suspicious at all.
No, this is how I always am.
M95 mask?
That's how I always am. Sunglasses.
We can try.
We queue up,
We can-
we get in line, and we
Just act like everything's
unstring
normal.
my bow, and are they handing out ribbons to tie themselves up, or do we have our own?
They will do it for you.
Oh, then I will let them. I will walk up.
I said, do you want me to go first, maybe, and see if they're checking what they're checking?
I'm not too worried, to be honest with you. So
let's proceed.
As you queue up into the gate, whoever's first, they ask in French, what is the nature of your business, and what is your name, and where are you staying?
Well,
We're here on pleasure.
Yes, what is the nature of your business?
In French, and no French.
No French.
I'll step in and speak French. We're here on pleasure. Just visiting this wonderful city.
Ah, c'est bon. Yes, that is good. It is a beautiful city, and if you're a religious man, there is many relics to see, and
That is exactly why we're here.
Also, the Pope is here.
That is
Yes.
exactly why we're here.
And where are you staying?
We haven't even thought that far ahead.
You
We've been a
cannot
long
stay
travel.
overnight in the town without at least registering where you're staying. You understand?
How would
Could you
register?
help us with that?
Of course we can help you with that. We can give you all the name of a tavern. The tavern is the Wild Wizard.
What was that?
The Wild Wizard.
Well wizard?
Wild, as in
World.
the world. You know,
World
the
Wizard.
world.
World Wizard.
No. Wild.
Is that a good place to stay?
Yes, this is, yes, it is, c'est bon, yes, it is
Wild
good.
Wizard or World Wizard?
World wizard.
World Wizard.
No.
Or whirl.
Nicht, not, je parle. Wild.
Wow.
Wild.
Wow.
Your French is
Nice.
Whirl wizard.
feel like,
I've only learned it in books. I don't
feel
speak
like
it.
the spoken Deutsch. Yeah, your French is nicht sehr good. Okay. Anyway.
I've only taken 2 years of it. I don't. I don't.
And that
speak
was
it.
in middle school.
Yeah, I don't speak it.
Well,
By the
very
way, if you point me in a direction, we'd be happy to stay there.
very well. I will point you, and it is, how many days will you be staying?
Let's call.
A week?
7.
We'll call it a week.
7. And there are how many of you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7.
I pick up Naldo in the back. This guy too.
Yes. 49 gold for the 7 days.
You got it. Happily handed over.
Okay. And he gives you a token that clearly indicates the number of days, and you can see that it appears to have been stamped that day for how long you are good to stay in town. And he goes, they help you tie your weapons off, and you look at it, and you assume it could be readily broken without
It's like
much
when
effort.
we fought Ghazi and we were tied then too, right?
Yeah, it would probably take you a round to break it, or an action rather, not a round, or an action to break it, if you would. And however long it would take you to string your bow, so to speak. You guys venture into the town.
I said, except for me.
Yes.
Oh, so?
You venture into the town, and you see it is a busy marketplace. There are people coming and going. There are people gawking, as if people were gawking up in New York City, just kind of walking around, looking at the different sites, admiring the palatial buildings. You can see a slight image of what some of the buildings look like over here and on either side of the stream. Towering in the center of it, built into the wall of a keep in the center of the fortress city, is a cathedral, a colossal, a very, very large for the early 1300s cathedral. The wall itself comes of the keep that is inside of the walled city, comes right up to the edges of on either side of the cathedral, so that people could enter the cathedral, but clearly the nave, the transept, and the chancel are beyond the wall inside the keep. So the church extends into the keep. So if you can imagine a larger version of what's in front of you, the wall extends out from either side of it, and that would be the keep inside. Or like the district for the nobility of the city, if you will. You venture into town, busy markets, all types of people hawking all types of things on either side of the street. Very, very, very busy. Where are you going? What are you doing? It is.
Before we pass through completely for the guards.
Sure.
I just want to ask them, I'm like, is it possible for me to visit the cathedral to pray? Is this acceptable, or is there other?
Are you speaking in French?
In French, yeah.
He says, but of course, they are, today I think there is baptisms are being done and being observed by the Pope.
No, very good, but we can visit.
Yes, you can.
At other times.
Well, I mean, it is not open all of the time, but yes.
Okay.
Could one kill the Pope?
I'm sorry, I didn't tell you.
And burn the cathedral.
No.
He's very excited to see Pope.
Well, I mean, he is the Pope.
I'm just so happy to be in a city again. Months we've been out. Happy to be back.
Well, welcome. Welcome to Avignon, the seat of the Holy See. The rightful seat of the Holy See. Yes. Enjoy your stay in Avignon.
Thank you.
You venture
Father, perhaps you may be baptized on this day.
Sure. Why not? Is there a drink involved?
Yes. You go into the drink and then you have a drink.
That sounds great.
Okay.
We gotta go find the well wizard.
Yes. Yeah. The well wizard.
Well
The
wizard.
well.
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 Where,
The well.
wherever it is. He said it's this way. He said it's this way.
You meander through the streets in the general direction looking for the well wizard. And you eventually come to what is clearly an inn, and there is a picture, a wooden mug hanging over it, and on the mug is a picture of a medieval wall, and it looks like a pub.
Wall wizard.
Wall wizard.
Is this it? Well wizard?
Well.
Wall wizard.
I'll ask some
Is this
random
the right
guy
one, or do we
outside
need a
if
well
it's the
wizard?
Well wizard.
Like the
Yes,
well.
it is. Yes,
Take
we,
a
it
look at
is
the
the
well.
well wizard.
We're here.
Is there a wizard
Or
hat?
is it a whirl, a world, a well, or a well?
World? Like a world?
World?
Listen, my French is not that good. But this guy here, and I'll just point to some random guy in the street, he says this is it.
Okay.
Okay. Sold. We're in.
This is the world wizard. Yes, indeed. Okay, you head inside.
Yep.
You head inside and you find compared to some of the other establishments that you have stayed in, it is more well-to-do. There is clearly
Well-to-do?
Very good.
Well wizard.
Very good.
Wizard. I get it now.
It reminds me of our visit back at the tower, and I kind of
It is
like it.
nowhere near the stature of the tower. No,
It
this
gives me a little bit. I'm kind of like, you know what? I want to live a little
there you were staying in a Rockefeller Center hotel. Here you're staying a very nice hotel, but you're staying at the Sheraton in Lower Manhattan. Okay.
Still Manhattan.
Okay, yeah. But very, very, and somebody greets you at the door. Bonjour, dinner?
Bonjour, yes.
Oui. Accommodation?
Oui. Oui.
What may we get for you?
We're gonna need a room. The guards recommended we come here.
He scans across you, sees the seven of you.
This is a financial racket.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
3 rooms. I'll let you figure out who's staying with who.
No, that is not my place.
Use your imagination.
This is France, you know, but that is not for me to decide for you. No.
But 3 rooms.
No. Huh?
Unless you have one giant room.
Yeah, if that is your
Available?
thing, we do have one giant room.
I'll
With
take
one very, very large bed.
We like to party together, you know, so one's fine.
Okay, what happens in Avignon stays in Avignon.
There you go.
Monsieur.
I like it.
Yes, oui. Oui, one room for you. You are not with their party. You are with their party, but
He
not.
likes-
But not
He likes vampires.
with
Not with
their
the
party.
He likes to joke. He likes to joke.
No,
Just
no,
one-
no.
Just one room is fine.
He just
Monsieur.
wants to pretend
Monsieur.
that he's not. Okay, understood. How long will you be staying?
1 week.
He guides you over to a counter. He says, "Oh, that is wonderful. The large room for the 7 of you with the 6 of you. Stupid lot. For the 6 of you for 1 week will be yes, very affordable. We have a discount this week. The
Oh,
room does
even
not
better.
Yeah, that will be 1,400 gold for that room, and for you, sir, for your 1 room, it will be merely 140 gold for the week.
I mean, 1,400. That is just.
Wait a minute. Why would the one room be...
It is a very large palatial room with a giant bed.
1,400 is just. It's just too cheap.
Well, we will
I'll give
throw
him-
in several bottles of
I'll
champagne.
give him 1,500.
That is very generous of you.
Make sure you treat us right for the week.
We
I'll
will,
give you extra 100.
yes, we'll put clean sheets every day.
He's on his own apparently, though.
Yes. You will like it. These sheets are heart-shaped, just like the bed.
Perfect.
It is,
Perfect.
It is wonderful.
And I'll just look back at the guys who don't speak French, and I'm like, we're good.
Your manservant will be always there.
I'm gonna take a bath in a champagne.
I got us a good room. We're good.
With the with your manservant.
And will you be having dinner
My
tonight?
my 2 years of French in high school is paying off. We're good.
What time of day would you say it is right now?
It's
Approximately.
early morning.
Early morning, okay.
It's maybe 9, 10 o'clock, although there's no clocks per se.
Okay, well, we just, yeah.
But you think, it's early. I'm trying to give it relative to modern day. What you might
On my
think it is.
sundial.
There you go.
Yeah.
Although in your
Oh, my
for
eye.
some reason in your eye, it's got like this UTC readout, Universal Time Code. It tells you you are 2 hours east, or correction, 1 hour east of Greenwich. So it is
About midday.
We
Anyway.
do not know where we will be having our dinner tonight. We shall discuss. And
Well, we have a very fine dining room.
You do? I'm sure
Yes,
you
of
do.
course we do.
Two,
Let
two
us
Michelin
see.
star. No, 2 Michelin star.
2-star?
2 Michelin star restaurant.
Oh.
2 stars. No. Alors, no. Easily 4 or 5.
Ask them if they only serve frog legs.
My friend here would like to know if you have frog legs.
Yes, we have very, very large frog
he
legs.
is very hungry.
From,
Do you serve anything other than frog legs?
well, we are close to the sea. We have some seafood. But yes,
Perfect.
but it-
Perfect.
That sounds so good.
Pigeon.
yes, but the frog legs are very good. They've been coming from northwestern France. Delicious.
Well, now I can't wait for dinner.
Okay, very, 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 very well.
I love this city.
The guard said that the Pope would be overseeing baptisms today. Perhaps we could go to the cathedral to have Baldur baptized, and it may be a way for us to get in to meet with the Pope.
Can I ask? Go ahead.
I will lean over to Boulder and I go, is this the fake Pope you're talking about?
I give him a nod without saying
I
it.
believe to these folks in the city that he is the real Pope.
Correct.
Yeah,
And,
let's
we-
don't use the word.
We also
Yes.
need to talk to Luvier's sister.
And I will ask.
Okay, well, how do we know where?
I will
We
ask
don't,
the
but we
guy
know her
who's
name.
like bringing us into the
Well,
inn.
That's the end.
We actually are here.
Please, follow me.
We're actually here to. So my fellow compatriots want to see me baptized.
Ah.
So they are all of the faith, and I have just recently been brought in. And what does it entail to get baptized by the Pope? I mean, that's the real reason we're here. We want to see the Pope. I'd love to be baptized by him.
Well, I don't know how long it is going on, but over at the cathedral they are baptizing people today. And you unrobe, you immerse yourself in water, you drink a cup of wine,
See, I told you.
the blood of Christ, and you take a piece of his body and you put it in your mouth. And
That
is all.
sounds simple enough.
And you proselytize yourself before the Pope and you declare
Well then, I
yourself a Christian.
If you don't mind, I think we'll head there now then.
Oh, by all means. We have your room. It will be ready for you. If you change your mind about dinner, we do require reservations. And,
Put us down for reservations.
for 7.
We'll be here.
Okay, very well.
So, Mark, I won't know anything about this, about Louvier's sister. I wasn't around for any of that. Only you were and Balder were. So I can't really.
Yeah, I think that was in our lore dump. So I can ask him if he knows where we can find Melisande de Moreau.
Or maybe when we get on cue, we can say, "Hey, we know that we know her." Maybe that'll
I'll
help bump us
ask
up.
the innkeep,
Okay.
or have
Right.
you ask the innkeep maybe. Melisande de Moreau is supposed to be she's supposed to be, if I'm right, the assistant to Pope John. But it's also Louis' sister. So.
Es tut mir leid. Nachher bitte. Once again, what is...
He would like to know if you know a Melisande
de Moreau.
De Moreau.
Of course. Melisande is the Chancellor for the Pope.
Chancellor.
Yes, of course. Yes, I suspect she is somewhere in the keep. I don't know. Okay. I do not know where, but I suspect.
She doesn't normally attend the ceremonies?
She does. Oftentimes the Pope will sit in attendance at the events, if you will, and then she will be sort of officiating things.
Okay, good to know.
But not always. It is not so. It's not so regimented.
We can always seek
And what does she look like?
Oh, what does Melisande look like?
Hair, color.
She looks like. Oh my gosh, she is beautiful. She looks like an alto. So that's the best way I can describe her. Imagine a living altar.
So I'll know her as soon as I see her.
Ah, yes, you cannot mistake Melisande. No.
Okay. I've heard tales of her beauty.
Yes. Well, that is wonderful.
Well, thank you for your hospitality.
Oh,
we
no,
will be back
thank
later
you for
dinner.
your patronage. And you will no frogs for the gentleman with the red scarf on his head, and the big blue dog, and pigeon, and pigeon for yourself. No frogs. I'm telling you, we do the finest bougeonnaire.
Just pigeon.
Pigeon. Okay.
I will be ordering the frog legs.
Pigeon. Very well. Pigeon. Pigeon it is for you. Okay. And you guys venture off. Where do you venture off?
I think we're heading towards the cathedral, right?
To the cathedral.
You head off
apparently to
toward-
get me baptized.
You head off toward...
I mean...
What is your plan here, Barrett?
Well, okay, so I'm wearing the amulet from Matthew, right? I'm hoping that if we can get in front of the Pope and that he is also a vampire, he may recognize it.
Okay.
Okay, and then Mark also mentioned Louvier's sister, right? So when we get in queue for the baptism, they're probably going to ask who you are, blah, 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 whatever. We can say, hey, we have news of Louvier, right? And we would like to share that information with his sister, whatever her name was, right? I mean, these are just two different ways that I'm thinking that we can get an
The only
audience
question
with
I
her
have
or the
is,
Pope.
I believe we're on the right path. But what if I burn?
I do not believe you are.
I don't know. We've done some things.
You are a good man. You do these things for a good reason.
Do we believe he is the real Pope?
We know that he is not the real Pope. We know this, but
Yeah.
God has sent us here. He has sent us to here in this exact moment.
So when we get up close and personal, what do you want us to do?
We must discuss with Pope.
Do you want me to ask for a private meeting, or do you want me to attack him right then and there in front of everybody?
No. I think the idea is to not attack the Pope. We do not know if he is vampire. We do not know if he is being
If he
controlled.
reacts to the medallion, we ask to meet in private later.
Yes. In this may be vampire we do not slay. This may be vampire weedy for later time.
So I wear
because
the medallion.
we must get.
So I wear
crystal.
them. Just so we're clear on the plan, I wear the medallion while I'm being baptized.
No, I'll wear it. So I already put it on.
Okay.
So I got it on. I'm just hoping that we're gonna bring you in there like, hey, we're gonna, like, we're trying to just get him to see us, right? You don't have to go through the baptism. I'm hoping that doesn't even get that far, because I don't think that that's something that you would want to
You're
do.
hoping he'll notice the medallion you're wearing.
Or while we're online, right? If they're asking our names or who we are, or whatever, that we mention Louvier's sister, and that we have news of him to her. She may want to hear this, and then at that point we can bring up meeting with the Pope to her.
We could also just seek an audience with her, tell our story.
But that's what I'm saying.
Explain what's
Yeah.
going on with Louvier and see if she can just help us.
But in order to get to ask for an audience, we can't just show up at the door and be like, we want to see so and so. We
Right.
got to go in as under the guise of gonna be doing a baptism, and then once we get in there to talk to someone, then we can ask to speak with them. Right.
Well,
I mean, it's
It's been a few weeks since I had a bath, so let's do it.
It has been. I agree.
You queue up outside of the cathedral, and you are guided into the glorious cathedral. And it is literally, as you can imagine, colossal ceilings towering up easily 60 feet into the air, balustrades supporting it. You initially enter in through what you would call the porch, and then through the narthex into underneath what looks like up above a choir loft, if you will. And then you enter the nave, which is huge. There are 6 giant columns, massively round, twirling in a swirl almost like a candy cane, spiraling up to the ceiling above. The area in between the columns is filled with people. Many, many, many lay people, many, many monks. It is a packed area. There, just at the transept, if you will, or just before the transept, in one of the bays, you see a large pool of water. And people are slowly immersing themselves down into the water and being submerged while a priest stands next to them, guiding them down gently down into the water. It's almost an elegant type of endeavor. They're clothed as they descend into the water. They're wearing basically what is a sheet, a linen sheet, in a very, very pedestrian, very, very almost peasant-like sheet. And then rising from it.
Holy sheet.
I'm sorry?
I'll have to start taking my armor off.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said it's a holy sheet.
Oh, holy sheep. Holy.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm a dad. What can I do? Can't help it.
Holy sheep. Holy sheep. Holy sheep. Got it. Okay. Inside.
I like the clouds.
Inside the crowd, it is completely crowded. The sounds echo off the walls throughout the room. Just huge room. People approach the baptism line and they're queuing up. You can see off to the side, there's a location where you can get a gown if you wanted to be baptized. And there's a place to secure your clothing and what have you. It's not like a locker with a lock on it per se, but you get the impression there's guards about in here. not a lot, and they don't look like, like formidable fighters. They're more like just watchful eyes. You could saw the papal guard that was outside clearly in their regalia. Inside, you see up ahead of you, up at the very end, where the chancel is, there are two huge stone-like thrones. In one of them sits this gnarled figure. He holds in his hand a large staff that's probably as tall, if not taller, than he is. Sitting next to him and standing and kind of doing much of the motioning is a woman. And she has what can only be described as an altar for her clothing. There are literally candles burning on her outfit. Very, very regal. He's dressed in silk, beige and red and gold vestments, and she is wearing red vestments with trim as well, with gold regalia, with burning candles. In front of her float two cherubs, kind of bizarrely floating there. One of them holds a massive sword, and the other holds a staff that is perpetually burning at the top.
Massive to the cherub or massive to us?
Massive to the cherub. And massive. It's probably large even compared to you.
All right, damn.
What do you do?
Kill them all.
Ba-dum-bum.
I guess I will play the part.
I suspect that would
over.
not be taken very well.
I'm gonna go over, take my armor off. I'll start getting my robe on.
I'll join Balder.
Okay. There's off to the side, there's a bench, if you will, off toward one side and the other side where you can put stuff, and they offer you a linen gown. We are going to pause there. Is everybody having a good time?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. Very good time.
Huzzah! Oh my gosh. You made it to Avignon.
Yep.
Who'd have thunk? Who'd have thunk you'd be here, of all places? Not Sinon. Not Garanon. Not Thessaloniki.
No.
not Carpathia. Yes. Here you are, huh?
Or Iceland, right?
Or Iceland, for that matter. You guys are here. Awesome stuff, guys. Going around the room. Ryan, what was your highlight, if there was one?
I mean, honestly, the game was great tonight. Probably my highlight would be the beginning. I mean, the question you asked us all to answer, I love the whole RP of being in a tavern and just telling secrets. I thought that was really cool. And I really did enjoy just the RP of that. I mean, the rest of it was awesome. I loved that we progressed the story, but I definitely liked just sitting there and getting to respond to each person's secret and talk to each other as a character. I thought that was cool.
I loved your secret. I loved the way you described shoving the hammer. Just the description, mechanics aside, the description of you shoving the hammer through her back, through Mordu's back, and slamming, not that I wanted to see damage done to you, but just regardless, just slamming through her. It's just a visual thing of this naked woman, her legs wrapped around you, not wrapped around you,
one or the other,
somewhere else, in between, who knows. Let the DM do what he wants to do every once in a while, please. Okay, I just thought it was a visual thing. You can smash it down if you want.
Sorry.
But I thought it was so visually cool I just thought that was visually cool. So
Yeah,
thank
just like
you.
the
Thank
idea
you.
of Balder knowing what needs to be done.
You know,
at all
here's this
costs.
naked guy running out there with this woman wrapped around him, biting into his neck, and you're running up there, shoving this hammer. And then Brian comes up, grabs her by the hair, and cuts her head off.
It was pretty wild.
I wanted to, but I didn't want to interrupt you guys. I wanted to describe the blood spurting out of her body onto the back of you as her arms and legs are still wrapped around you. But I get it.
I am glad you said no one was there because it'd be very difficult to explain.
I get it. Yeah, very, very cool stuff. 1,500 experience points. Thank you. Mark, did you have a good time?
Yeah, I did.
What was your highlight?
There's a couple moments. You know, I agree. I like the role play at the beginning, but I had a really good role play session with Mattias.
You did.
And I
Wickedly
think,
cool.
Yeah, we don't get to interact very often. And I appreciate that moment. So I was glad that he was the one that came out. I figured it would be the Baron, of course, but I think I'm glad it was Mattias.
I think that was really, really cool. I thought both of you did. You did mark down that inspiration point, and I know I gave it to you. That is very, very cool stuff. You can tell sometimes I get frustrated with stuff, but this is the reason I do it. I love the role play, and so thank you for indulging me on that. You know, you are level 14, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2,000 experience points.
Thank you.
Nick, you were missed. Sorry you couldn't make it. Sorry your car broke down. James, did you have a good time?
Amazing.
What was your highlight?
Too many to mention.
Well, please mention a couple.
So, I mean, everything from my personal interaction with Mardu and just running back and forth and just being, just all of it together today. The whole, just a lot of laughter was. I mean, I enjoyed this. Like I said, everything. The beginning RP was great. I actually came up with it like last minute. Couldn't figure out what to say. Kind of was inspired as I heard these guys, and I mean everything together. The storyline and just all of the back and forth of me running around. I just enjoyed that part.
I love that piece at the beginning, and I hope you don't take this the wrong way. I intentionally did that for you. I mean, it was for everybody, but to help you. I mean, we went back and forth a couple times, and I think you know, like everybody does, trying to struggle to find where their character fits in with the group, how to define their character, what do they want in the world, where did they come from? And it's got to be really, really hard to jump into an established game with a bunch of people who've been playing for 8 years.
7?
A long time. Reiner, 8. So I get it, and I appreciate you jumping feet first in on that. I also loved that. You know, I went on a limb. I was like. I mean, you gave me a hook that you went over to Mordu and you went over to the pot to get food, but that, you know, I was like, who am I going to do this with? And then, but you kind of set it up, and then you allowed it to play, which is cool because you could have just said, nah, I sleep in my armor in the corner. You know, yeah, somebody else might have. You know,
no one can turn down Mordu.
You know, so.
No, I mean, listen,
but no,
a long time.
There you go, maybe. So thank you for playing on that. I really appreciate it.
Like I said, you guys make it very comfortable to role play. No, I don't think anybody, even if say something stupid or whatever. No one's gonna laugh.
Oh, believe me, I say more stupid things.
No one's gonna laugh or because
than anybody.
So it is comfortable in that respect.
Oh, cool. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You're level 10, correct?
Yes.
4,000 experience points. I think you just made it, so you might have a little ways to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Brian, did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a great time.
What was your highlight?
I had a couple. I know sometimes I'm always, like Mark said, like he was expecting to have his role play moment with most likely the Baron, but I like just sitting back and watching everybody else kind of get to RP too, and so I'm thankful, and I really enjoyed your conversation, Mark's conversation with Rainer, I really enjoyed that a lot. It was very well done. It's very
It
well
was,
done.
very, very
Sometimes I'm like, Mark's had to have prepared this because it comes off. I know that you haven't. And I know you didn't expect it, but so it's nice to be able to just kind of like, you know, throw that carrot out there and see if somebody is gonna go for it. You know, and it's up to them. You know, and that's nice. I enjoyed it. You know. And then the other moment that I can't believe I rolled on that divine intervention. I can't believe that I rolled that. I mean, I said in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna give myself 3 inspiration re-rolls. Like before I rolled, I was like, I'm gonna get 3. I'm just gonna cap it at 3. I'll try it 3 times, and then if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. You know. But on the first one, I mean, you know, I went into the session worrying about the diseases, and I'm like, I'm the doctor of the group, like, and I can't help my party with a disease like this. Like you know, so I was worried about that. And I mean, it's fun when Dice Christ presents themselves.
Holy roller.
So yeah. I mean, those are definitely my highlights. You know.
It's a compliment, but a slam. Somebody on Reddit said that they thought our stream was scripted, and
that's a compliment because
it's
not.
And I'm like,
yeah, I take that as a compliment.
I am like, I'm glad you thought that, but it is 100% not scripted.
That's the best compliment I could have
come
ever
up
heard.
with. Holy sheet!
But
on
they
the
meant
fly.
it. They meant it as an insult,
Yeah.
and I think that was.
How is that an insult?
No,
I mean, because we know the truth.
Yeah,
So
we know this, but
it's like
I think that, you know, they sit there and go, it's not real D&D, it's scripted, and I'm like,
It's a weird way to think about
you,
it.
you, if you watch the stream, you see me get frustrated. I guarantee you that ain't scripted.
Yeah.
You know, that is no way. And I already lost my train of thought.
I guess thank you, person.
Yeah,
Like, thank you.
I could tell you their username. I don't know who they are, but the other thing he also told me we were. I don't advertise on Reddit. I tried advertising on Reddit, and it sucks. But he was looking for a stream of real D&D, and I just replied to him, hey, I didn't give him our URLs. I didn't give him a link. I just said, hey, you know, Google's 7-sided die, and he said it was guerrilla marketing. And I had to look up what is guerrilla marketing, and it's kind of like burying the marketing in something. I had never heard that term before.
Oh,
and
so
I
you
said,
can't even win if
I
you
said,
don't post the link.
I said, yo, dude, you asked for suggestions of real D&D. I don't know how much closer it's gonna get than ours. The streamed real D&D.
So you not even advertising yourself is bad.
Yeah.
The fact that you didn't post
haters
the
gonna
link.
hate, man.
Yeah, the fact that you didn't
Haters
post the
gonna
link
hate.
meant
That's just jealousy. They want to be at the table.
And what was the other thing you brought up? Was the role play interaction? I don't know. There was something else you said, and I wanted to chime in.
Oh, just that it was up to them whether or not they kind of bid at it. Like I put it out there for them to have a conversation.
Oh,
and-
the dice roll. Very, very clutch. Mechanics,
Yeah, I
yes.
can't even believe
very,
it.
very, very, very
Yeah,
clutch.
yeah.
So like, I don't. Hopefully nobody ever feels like a railroad. But if it feels like a railroad, it's probably because I sit there and go, here's the situation. Here's the task. Here's the purpose. They could go. I think they could go this way, or this way, and which is. We do this in the military. We say which is most likely course of action, which is most dangerous course of action.
Yeah.
Meaning dangerous because it could derail everything. And then which is, you know, there's another course. You always come up with 3 courses of action. And what you came up with was none of the above. And I was like, okay.
the only reason it feels railroady is because you make me read off of this.
I make you?
I mean, I have to read this.
Okay, if that's the reason, so be it.
That was sarcasm.
Awesome
Reddit user.
Sarcasm user on Reddit.
Okay.
That was scripted as well.
I don't want to look up his name now, or his username.
This is my script.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
That was just crazy the way the dice work sometimes. I mean,
No, the other one you wrote today. Where's the one?
I
You
can't
wrote?
even explain it.
The note that I wrote today. This is
Yeah.
my. Yeah, this is
Oh.
us being scripted.
Yeah.
Scripted.
You're right, I can't say it.
Baron BBEG. That was it. When you were like, burn it down, I was like, Baron is the BBEG.
At least the eyes are off me now. We're good. We're good.
Brian, 2,500 experience points. I think you got a few sessions to go. Reiner, did you have a good time?
I did.
Thank you for joining us. I know you had some technical problems at the beginning, but I appreciate it. What was your highlight?
Honestly, I did enjoy just watching the chaos unfold during that whole mess, but I also very much enjoyed the chance to, interact with someone in a meaningful way as well.
Yeah,
those were the two big ones.
That was wickedly, wickedly cool. You seem really engaged tonight, and I thought that was awesome. I really appreciate it. 1,500 experience points.
I must disagree that was chaos, because it was like a well-orchestrated machine between Balder and Baron killing a vampire like that.
I loved it. I thought it was very creative. I thought you guys did a great job.
Far from chaos.
Because I can imagine it in my head.
Oh,
we knew what we were doing.
Oh, yeah.
It might have been grotesque and violent and bloody, but I can imagine it in my head. It was very, very vivid.
Did you imagine Baron's face the same way I did, though?
Yeah.
Well, it was. It's exactly how it was.
Yeah. Like the light shining. There's like one light in the room
The only
shining,
regret
not
is that
on
the-
him, but it's not
Yeah.
like
I have
on
to
him.
see
It's
that.
like across him as he emerges
The visual.
from the darkness through the light. All you see is this flash of hair, and then just this.
The visual of us murdering a woman was pretty violent.
A
But
naked woman.
My only,
He was a vampire.
My only regret was at the time that it happened, the music wasn't going.
Yeah, I can always edit in post. Guys, I had a good time. Mattias, 1,500 experience points. Guys, thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. I love the role play. Mechanics are cool, but I love the role play. I always ask you what's a highlight. If something sucked the fun out of it for you, please, please, please message me. As always, if you do, try to give me a couple courses of action to fix it. You don't have to, but always, please, please, please. Thank you for those of you who responded to the poll with regards to criticals and fumbles. You probably will note that the basket, I don't know if that's the term, card deck, whatever you want to call it, is not on the table. We're going to go without it for right now to see how it works. My goal there is strictly to speed up combat. I want combat to go faster. To that end, as I always do, hey, it says it in the wiki, know what you're going to do on your turn, have a plan, know what your capabilities are, your limitations are, and be comfortable with it when it's your turn. So I greatly appreciate it, guys. Thank you so very, very much. We will have another game in 2 weeks. Oy, 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 oy. I'm always, as I am at the end of this, exhausted. I don't know what, but I am. Thank you for watching Seven-Sided Dice Carpathian Adventure. Again, we would like to thank Sirenscape for the use of their audio sound effects. That's www.syrinscape.com. Thank you, artists Yenu and Silky Noir, for the terrific character art. Please patronize them by the @ Yenu Draws on Tumblr and Twitter. Patronize Silky Noir on DeviantArt. Please comment in the Twitch chat room, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. While we do this strictly for fun, please let us know how we might improve the stream. Lastly, please follow us on Twitch and on Instagram. Please like on Facebook and on YouTube. And please subscribe on YouTube. Always remember, in the Carpathian Adventure, the journey is the destination. And we will continue the journey in 2 weeks. So for now, thank you for watching. Roll a 7-sided die and have a good night.
Play some Dungeons and Dragons! Dungeons and Dragons!